Bear with me one moment, everybody. We are soon to start. We're just waiting for some technical difficulties on our DM's end. We'll get right on this, so stay tuned, stay frosty. We'll be here shortly.
Or whatever, and it's not going to be 6th edition, but it's going to be like 5th edition plus.
5.5.
And then they're going to eliminate race, and then a lot of the racial traits, I guess, like instead of it being raced, you can just apply it to any race.
Isn't eliminating race racist?
Is it?
Some would say it is.
Things. Hold on, let me try something. This all became an issue when I there and here.
Alex, your voice sounds surprisingly crisp in
That's
comparison.
When I started fucking up this bad though.
I just realized I was muted.
Welcome back.
Alex, your voice sounds surprisingly crisp. Like,
Really?
more than usual.
No, I'm using this mic that I picked up.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, my Nick got it for a while back, and every time I used it before now, it was just I don't know. Maybe it was because I was using a laptop or I had the shittier internet, but now I'm using this one, so.
Sure, it had something to do with your
page.
page.
And I'm using better internet. Yeah, it's working a lot better now that I switched it over. I don't see how that would have been an issue.
Be a bum pork or pork going bad.
Okay. I always feel stupid when I get done raging about technology. Because usually it's something that wasn't that bad to begin with. Alright, so let's go with Gabe. Gabe, how do you spell your character's name?
A-R-I
A-R-I
D-A-A-R.
D-A-A-R. Alright. Your initiative bonus.
Uno momento, por favor.
Too easy.
Initiative. Uno. 1.
HP.
You're asking a lot of questions. Give me a second.
I know. Tablet. I gotta put information in again.
You know,
It's a better, faster tablet.
If you go,
Now's your chance to change all your shit.
For real, right?
Yeah, give me +8.
Wait, where's my HP? I can't find my HP. Hang on.
so you can do shit like that.
No, shit. I don't want a bookmark. I want...
This is how I do it.
Oh, hit points, 8. There you go.
Got it? Armor class.
11.
Gotcha. Passive perception.
+5? Is that wisdom?
Yes, it'll be your wisdom. It's a flat 10, and then plus your perception bonus if you're proficient in it.
Is that what the... Yeah, okay. So the dark circle means proficient, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Then add that to the flat 10, your passive perception, and then that will be your total for your passive perception.
So 15?
Okay.
Was that a yes?
I better hear something triumphant now.
Rob, what's going on, my
You
dude?
learned the womp womp.
Eric, let me get your character, Igneous.
Yep.
My phone is
Initiative
dice cam.
+2.
Mm-hmm.
What was the second one you asked for?
How you spell your name?
It's on Discord, but I will spell it I-G, N is in November,
These nuts.
E-O-U-S.
O-U-S?
Yeah, I-G-N-E-O-U-S.
These nuts.
In there. Alright. HP?
Oh, got him.
HP is 15.
Armor class?
Armor class is somewhere 15.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Passive perception.
Forgot that. Passive perception is 12.
Well, thank you. Alright. Jake,
Hey!
how do we spell Balasar's name?
B-A-D-A-S-S.
Ballad these nuts.
B-A-D-A.
B. Yeah. Yes.
Stop laughing, Jake.
Bathor.
Stop laughing, Jake.
I got him. Ah, gotcha.
Got him.
L-A. Bravo Alpha Lima Alpha.
Huh?
Sierra Alpha Alpha Romeo.
Sierra, Alpha, Alpha, Romeo. Balasar.
Ballad these nuts.
Initiative bonus?
-1.
Wow.
Ah!
Yes.
Ouchie. HP?
11.
Passive armor class?
16.
And passive pet.
14.
Dope. Alright. Tess, are you ready with Dawn Colors?
Oh, Tess. You are being summoned.
I will put in Ziegeldorf real quick.
Ziggo, I want him to spell it like everybody else did.
I have his character sheet right in front of me.
I don't care.
No,
I don't care. No,
fair.
it's not fair. Ziegeldorf?
Ziegeldorf. We play a lot of Secret Hitler.
Times the weakness to fight. Dude, you should play, man.
Accents. They're still terrible. HP. It's been a while since I looked at the character sheet. 10. Armor class 14. God damn, you got a good armor class.
Oh, look at me. I'm Ziegeldorf, and I have a good armor class.
It's one less than mine, and he didn't comment on mine.
Well, he's a warlock, so I mean that's pretty good for a warlock.
He's a tank warlock. That's a difference.
He's a tank lock.
Tank lock.
No, he would have been built completely different if I were going that route.
Okay.
Fair.
So I do
Fair.
understanding.
Wait, what?
It stopped.
It's on you.
Did it work? Okay.
Fucking awesome. Alright.
I'm gonna have to do that.
That's working. So, well, that was. Okay. Here we go.
Tess went and got makeup-fied.
She got makeup vibe?
Makeup-fied.
Find a lamp.
Makeup-fied.
Is that a technical term?
Yes. I have coined it. It is trademarked. You cannot use it.
That was a really fast trademark.
That's the Eridar guarantee. I don't know.
I like it.
Hey Rob, can you see the number on the dice, or is that too dark?
Okay. Alright, so the image for the tavern. Like I said, I am using my new desktop So the little map that I created is gone. But
Now you can transfer files, right?
fuck off. This is a lot faster.
Okay, I think the black dice contrasts better with the tower. So you can actually kind of see the number. Okay, cool.
There we go. How's
I
that coming in
can't.
for you guys? Is it a little too dark?
What? Oh, shoot. Hang on.
Good. I like it.
Oh, that looks cool. Okay, I like it. I like it.
Is it too dark? Do
No,
I
it's-
need to turn up the brightness?
No,
What do you even
it's
say?
perfect, I think. I feel like I need to move, though. Hang on, let me move my webcam.
Indie colors die.
Let's see. Settings. Display.
Let's make this a little bit smaller. I think that's good.
Nick, how do I turn the brightness up on that
On
screen?
what?
That screen.
That's not here. That's in the actual TV itself.
So it's if I turn the brightness up on the TV, it'll affect what I'm streaming.
No, it won't do shit to what you're streaming.
And how the fuck do I fix it?
Oh, for that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the graphic itself. You're
Okay.
so you have to do that in your ArcingForge thing. However you brighten things up in there.
It's bright on this screen.
Looks great on here.
Yeah, like I said, it's the TV.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out later.
Okay.
So angry. So hostile.
We just need to probably go into some settings. But we're wasting time.
It's
Right.
how it looks there and how they're seeing it is all the same. It's just
Right.
the TV itself. You
Fucking
would need to
iron.
adjust that.
Grab some dice. Put them out here.
All right, so while I get things rolling here,
Say that now.
I did post a video on my YouTube channel.
I don't think I got one of those.
It's kind of long. It's about 27 minutes long. Edited 4 hours worth of fishing and cooking and all that stuff. So if you want to check it out, the channel's called Riptar, like
Okay.
me. So it's youtube.com/Riptar. If you want to check that out. Yeah. It's kind of all the news. Oh, and again,
All right.
merch.
So,
Swag.
Hello.
You gonna webcam it up or not?
I don't have a webcam.
Oh, you suck.
I do not. Since I am using the PC now, I do not have a webcam. Nick and I were gonna go get one and get the microphone, but
You're gonna need to order it because they don't have any in stores right now.
they don't. All right, good to know. I will order that on Amazon soon. and-
It's the reason I'm still using my phone as a secondary webcam right now for dice cam.
Oh, dice. Wait. Do I need? Yeah, I was gonna roll dice myself. No, I'm gonna get my dice.
Okay, I gotta pull all these to the side because these are the ones I'm gonna use.
All right. How's the audio? Is it too loud for you guys?
We can put it down ourselves.
Okay.
If you want to turn the stream volume down on your own computer, right-click the stream, and then you can turn it down from there.
What she said.
Okay. You guys aren't getting any feedback from when you talk into the microphone?
Nope.
Negative.
Okay. Alright, so we resume where we last left off. All if not every activity during the Tri-Road Tradesman's Cup tournament has been completed. That was the gambling tourney. The melee. Smokey, stop. Get down. Get down. That was the melee, the gambling tourney, and the bid-off. And if I remember correctly, which I do, we have some victors within the parties themselves. Those victors being Igneous during the melee, Dawncaller during the gambling tourney,
Yeah.
and Ziegeldorf Surefoot from the bid-off.
Yeah.
Each of the respective competitors has ended their cooperation.
Competition.
Yes, ended their competition and is now taking up residence inside the tavern known as Chief Sword Inn. Every individual is dispersed intermittently throughout the tavern, and no one is really sitting together. Balazar and Igneous, I would assume that you two would be somewhere in the middle of the table. Actually, you see the image in front of you. You see what's in front of you. Where would you two be sat at together?
We're celebrating boisterously, I presume. So probably, yep, that's a good spot.
Okay. Get a Dragonborn out as well. And-
Is he sound kind of choppy to anyone else?
No, he sounded very choppy to me as well.
I know. I'm right here. I'm talking to everybody else.
Oh, god damn it, that's right, I forgot.
Who are you talking about?
Who?
What?
Alright.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, me either.
He's talking about Eric.
No.
Sounded okay to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a picture audio drivers.
Got it.
Just update your audio drivers.
Okay.
Actually, no. 50-50.
Alright, so Dawncaller as well.
Be covered with the injury. Yeah,
Where
though.
is it? Goddamn.
Did you guys say that I was choppy or not?
You sound a lot better now.
Oh, okay.
Seemed fine to me.
Well, yeah, you're sitting right across from him.
I will have to remake your mini test. I do not know what happened to it. Till then, I will put one in for you to use for your character. But that'll be too easy to remake yours. Here we go. We will say... For now, she is you. Does that work? Let us. There we go. Zoom in. Okay. Alright, so where would Dawncaller be seated in the tab?
In the shadows,
In the shadow. Okay.
like an edgy road.
Like an
There are no
edgy
shadows.
road. So we will put you right there.
That's not my icon. Who's that?
He couldn't find it. He said he wasn't gonna use a
Oh.
stand-in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. I guess I didn't sort it in my files correctly.
Oh, that's right
For
there.
Goliath. So if
Sorry.
He doesn't care about you. That's what he said.
Easy. That is not the case. I am just scatterbrained and disorganized. All right.
Those could be interpreted as the same thing.
And
I'm
then
just
we
saying.
have. Where would Ziegeldorf be, Nick?
Well, initially, prior to all the other events, at the bar with the other guy.
You want to
At
see
the bar
full
with the other guy,
cosplay?
yeah.
Don't worry. Next time you'll see
Half
full
orc.
cosplay. I'll make it happen for you.
Okay, let's get you a half-orc companion to be with you.
Print my notes.
It's all good. We will just so much faster. There you go. There's your orc.
I find it amusing. I am bigger than.
The fucking giant TV's not really working too well either. The resolution's too much, it's too big. You're gonna have to get a second monitor. What? Here nor
You
now.
can shrink the resolution.
Okay, not worried about it. So, everybody is in the tavern sharing their, basking in their moments of either victory or soothing the wounds they received, whether they be physical, mental, or just inflicted onto them. It's a rather boisterous atmosphere, lots of celebration, in random corners of the room. Real kind of a wild night. Kind of the Tri-Road Tradesman tournament's coming to an end, and the atmosphere blends with such. This is like kind of like the grand finale. This is when everybody's coming together, where the competitors no longer have that sense of rivalry. There's the camaraderie that is spawned in the pits of battle, or the bitters. Not much a sense of battle or steel and iron of competition against each other, but a camaraderie that is spawned from the sharing of stories and travels and the interesting items that have been found there, and how their most shrewdest deals were managed to be pulled off from mercantile skill and dial abilities. And the gamblers, each of them kind of going over tales and stories.
Full
Essentially,
Marsaw
it
gear.
amounts to
Gotcha.
Just all the roguish types, or the ones that participated in gambling tourney, just trading stories of tall tales. Which one, and just trying to one up each other. One's telling a tale about how they completed a heist while bound with one hand. One's telling a tale about how they pickpocketed a noble in broad daylight while wearing nothing but bells on them. And another has a tale of when they managed to lift the crown jewel necklace off the royal empress herself of the noble kingdom they resided in while in the full court meeting. Whether you believe any of these tales, you. But that is how like each group that has participated, their own niche part of this community is winding down. Somewhat of the scene. Eridon. So we will bring it back to you. Essentially got steamrolled over last session due to handling those turnips. So we're putting you in that moment in time where we're going back to that moment in time when Eridar was in the town center, and he was kind of surrounded by all the activity and everything that was going on around him. There was crowds gathered around the bazaar type area, looking at the goods being popped, rather than being bits and baubles or some tonic said to cure all ails and wounds. The queues lining up for the tourneys, the various tourneys, the gambling, melee, bit off. As you were told earlier by the halfling man that you met outside of town, that Rolando is someone to talk to if you were one looking for questions answered of mystical sorts and mysteries of the arcane. She is the town's cataloger of sorts, a collector of knowledge. In more civilized places rather than this, I'm not saying it's a savage, but be called a library. And you were pointed to her to be known that she is currently the one running the bit off. And the description you were given of this woman, average height, long brown hair, olive skin, striking green eyes, matches the exact description of the woman sitting behind the stall with the banner above it reading the bit off. Cues in front of her, and she is dealing with the contestants one by one. You see all of this in front of you. How would you most prefer to interact with your environment? What would you like to do? Gabe, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he say something?
Nobody heard anything what I just said?
I heard
Barely.
it.
I didn't hear my name at all.
Really?
Yeah.
He said your character's name, not your name.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't hear Eridar.
I thought my audio was coming in good. Oh shit.
It's probably just really low. I have you at 200%.
You were talking really softly.
I was
Yeah.
talking really softly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do when I narrate a little bit. I talk a little softly. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll fucking do the cliff notes now. You're in the town square. You're surrounded by all the activity of the Tri-Road Tradesman Festival. You can see everybody's kicking it off, having a great time. It's boisterous. It's loud. There's vendors hawking their goods. You can see that. You're situated in the center right now. The north point of the town, for your frame of reference, is the tavern itself, the Sheathed Sword Inn. You can see it plain as day. It's one of the most Spartan-style buildings, basic in its construction, and it has a large sign on the very front door that says, in big bold letters, Sheathed Sword Inn. And it is the frame of reference point for the north. You look to the east. This is where you see the stalls set up for each of the queues. You see each of the stalls set up for each of the events that is taking place. Tri-Road Tradesman Melee, the Gambling Tourney, and the Bid-Off. Looking towards your west, you see the stalls set up for the bazaar and everything like that. To your south is the gate leading into town. You were told by the halfling man that led you, that initial's house you went to, that if I'm correct, that Yolanda is the woman to speak to.
Yolanda.
Yolanda.
Yolanda is the woman to speak to, with all matters concerning of the arcane, the unknown, and any mysteries not known to man, and they have been able to ascertain. So anything that is unknown, uncertain, or weird, Yolanda's the one to talk to. The reason for that, it's going to happen. It's going to get echoed every time. I don't like it. But the reason for that is Yolanda is a cataloger of curiosities and a collector of knowledge and obscure arcana. So she is essentially a librarian in this town.
And you said the library is where?
The library is just catty-cornered to the northeast of the tavern itself, on a road that intersects, that divides off and kind of shoots off into the northeast. This road itself is flanked by a myriad of buildings on either side of it. It's kind of a narrow street. It looks more of like a residential quarter where not much traffic larger than foot traffic goes through. But at the very end of the walkway, you can see the large, prominently, recently built building. This to be Yolanda's library.
Okay. So
Yolanda herself, you can see, is seated at the table for the bid-off.
at the auction.
Yes, she's like the one running the auction table, like, for people signing up currently. There's about a queue of 3 people in front of her.
Okay. I want to skip all these people and talk to Yolanda.
Absolutely. As any player character would. Alright, so, you make, there's a queue of about 3 people in front of you. As you make your way up, your initial glance at each of these people, none of them look too assuming. Ziegeldorf, you don't know Ziegeldorf, but, okay, so none of them are too assuming. Ziegeldorf's not already there, he's already in. Pretty sure that's one of the first things he did. Alright, but none of these people all these people are very unassuming, very, very milquetoast in how they look. Some have extravagant clothing, which makes them a little bit more unique. But for the most part, average height, average build, do not look too imposing. When you, with your furs and robes and unique style of dress, you just kind of shove your way to the front of the line, and there's a little bit of a protest from one of the people in there. A little shorter than average height man with a very fine mustache. He kind of lets out of a humph, and that's about the most you get for protest. But you push your way to the front of the line, and this olive-skinned, brown hair with very bright electric green eyes woman looks at you and looks at you expectantly.
And that's Yolanda.
She fits the description you were given, yes.
Hey, Yolanda! I must speak with you.
On uttering her name in that tone and flexion, her eyebrows, very trimmed and manicured, arch immediately at the way you pronounce her name. She's like, hey, excuse me, could you please, just one more time for the sake of posterity, say my name one more time.
Hey, Yolanda!
That is the first and the last time I hope anybody on this plane of existence ever says my name like that.
Well, you will lose that bet, ma'am. I promise you.
What did you say?
You will lose that bet, ma'am. I promise you.
All right. Well, okay. You seem rather adamant about it. Who am I to tell you no? Indulge yourself. Now, what can I do for you? You have me at a disadvantage. You know my name, but I do not know yours. What is yours, sir?
My name is Aradar Valvaris. I'm not from this universe, and I need help getting back. I was told that you know things of all things, and things that are not things, that may be things later, which is why I have come to speak with you.
Well, young man, in this town and for the surrounding area, I am somewhat of a subject matter expert when it comes to things of obscure and mystic nature. So, a man being put out of place and plane is not uncommon. It's not as uncommon as people think.
So what you're saying is you can help me get back.
I might not be able to help you get back, young man, but I might have some books or some type of record. We might be able to reference some legend, some story, or maybe even some catalog of someone displaced from another universe that managed to find it back. We need simply go to my library sometime and see what my stock has. If I am able to gain access to my ledger, we might be able to ascertain something.
And when can we do this, madame? It's of utmost importance.
Well, young man, so I don't need to pigeonhole you, but I am expected here soon, as you have so keenly made it that you are in need of my help by the brash manner in which you approached me and dived in front of the queue. And as she says that, she motions to the people behind you, and they're obvious put off expressions, but as soon as you look back there to make eye contact with them, they all kind of like look away.
That sounds like their problem.
Honestly,
Damn,
it
okay. Hey, weren't you spending time to stop some cataclysmic event?
that doesn't mean you have to be nice.
Right.
Well, I know that, but it's like
It's got a purpose.
trying to get back to the future without actually stopping the cataclysmic event. So it's like it's an endless cycle here. If you
Listen.
get sent back to stop because you were too lazy to do it.
Listen, Yolanda, I got shit to do.
Her manicure and eyebrow raises. She's like, all right. Well, how about this? I have a friend here, Donald Vertler. It sounds like you really do need to speak to me. So, go to his town. Let him know that Yolanda sent you.
Did you say tavern? You got cut off a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Let him know that Yolanda sent you, and that he'll put you up for a room for tonight. Say you have business with me tomorrow, and he should let you stay free of charge.
Well, thank you.
But yes, I have to run the bit off, young man. Once I get done doing that, and I handle the prizes and things of that nature, and just overall cleanup of the event, I should be available first light tomorrow. You are more than welcome to come by my library then, and we will go through all catalogs in great scrutiny. The utmost scrutiny. We will find, or hopefully point you in the right direction in the way you need to go, young.
I very much appreciate it.
Now, indulge my curiosity before you leave. Just one question, please. This alternate universe you came from, this other reality, this universe. I've always been curious. Is it almost just like ours, or is it completely different?
It is very eerily similar to ours, with very, very distinct differences. With the way that people dress, the way that people speak. Yolanda's a very common name in my universe. Which is why I was very excited to meet you. Yolanda.
Well, is this bullshit? What you're saying?
Not bullshit.
You don't know. He's from
My
another
name's
universe. You
Roll.
no way.
I'm gonna need her to roll, what is it, a perception check for this?
Yeah. Nope, not even. You'll never know.
So is this canon in Eridar's world? Is Yolanda and the way it's a pronunciation actually the way it goes in his universe? And if it is, that's cool.
Okay, Yolanda is, however, the pronunciation is just fun.
Okay, the roll of deception, please.
Deception?
Deception, yes.
Hang on,
It'll
hang
be
on.
in your career.
Where is it? What is that, a D20?
D20, plus whatever your charisma modifier is, add your proficiency bonus if you are proficient, which I doubt because you're a druid.
Correct. I got a 16.
It's pretty good, actually. And so she kind of, as you're saying this, she's hanging on every word that you're saying, especially as you go into the great details of the distinct differences but eerie similarities. And she's almost to the point of enthrallment, and she just doesn't even skip a beat, like of the nodding of her head and the blinking of her eyes. You don't notice any types of ticks and tells. She completely believed what you said, and she was like, well, only you may call me that then. Anybody else, I'll tell them to shut the fuck up.
Why?
I will not lie, it does offend my ears, but if that is common and actually your home.
Like a
Which is the way
fiddle,
I'm
dude.
Why, thank you. Yolanda! I very much appreciate you.
As you say that, you can see that like her the bridge of her nose like stiffens, her posture kind of. You're welcome, Mr. Eric. Maybe I'll see you at the tavern tonight. But I would count on me seeing you at my library. I'll come first light, and then here, let me direct you. And then she leans out from her stall and like leans over, and then she points directly down that road. There, you noticed the distinct building of her library, very prominent building, stood out. It was a good assumption. It was on your It was an assumption from your intuition earlier that would be it. But she has verified that definitely by pointing down that road and saying, yes, just down the road to the right of the Sheath Sword Inn at the end of the walk. That's where my library. It's a bit of a walk, but not too much. Just enough to stretch the line.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. If you excuse me, please. I have to attend to the contestant.
Of course, of course. And then I head over to the tavern.
Okay, so you come into the tavern. You've already been into the tavern, haven't you?
Yeah, he hit
Yeah,
on the bugbear.
Was
yeah,
I?
he was about
Oh, yeah, I was. I want to pet the bugbear.
You know. That is considered sexual assault in their culture.
I come from a different land.
I come from a different universe.
Roll deception.
There is no sexual assault in our universe.
Just let it happen.
Everything is consensual.
Everything is consensual in my universe. Wink, wink.
Have you seen? Has anybody seen Role Models?
I debate on seeing that actually.
I imagine it kind of like that scene when Ken Jeong's character is just like, shh, and he just like puts his finger in their mouth. Just let it happen. Okay, sorry. All right.
Go.
What a dip it.
No, I was talking to my dog. Evie, get in the bed.
Okay, so Eridar,
Yes. That is my name.
you come back to the tavern of the Sheath Sword Inn. As you
Sure
open the
paying
door,
attention this time.
the door, Smokey, stop. The door does not need to be open. It is already open, but you can see that the right to the left of the door frame, as it is displayed, minus the other player characters in there. So let me make them invisible for continuity's sakes at the moment. That way there is no confusion. Okay. So, let me turn on my pinger. Thank you. Were you going to use that?
No,
Okay. Here's a little
They
dice.
call it a sonar.
we'll never hit inside it.
Okay, so coming in, do you see my little ping?
Yes.
Okay, so coming in to the very north side, we'll say again, so north, east, south, west. All right.
But I thought you said the sheath sword was north, so I would assume the entrance would be straight on? Or no?
Yeah, we'll say north is the tavern. That just makes sense. It's the direction of travel when you first come in.
Right.
Okay.
So you said north is on the top, right? Not to the right side?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just ping it. We're getting mixed up into stuff. I'll just ping it, and I'll just give you a description, and then you
Okay.
can go from there. So you come in the door, and immediately to your left, coming in, you can see the large. I'm not gonna say that word. Imposing form of Harvard. There, he's got his arms crossed, leaned to the back. He sees you come in. He's like, "Oh, good. Welcome back to the Sheath Sword Inn."
Hello. Are you still there?
It doesn't sound like it.
I think he got
I can
disconnected.
hear Gabe. I can hear everybody except him.
Oh, I think he got disconnected because his stream is frozen.
It's like the most important person is the one having the most problems.
Excuse you? Yeah, he gone. Good night,
Right
sweet
in-
prince.
right in mid narration. Sweet prince.
You think Nick's over there just like yanking the router out of the wall? Just,
I'll bet.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah, if we go over there to have an in-person session, you better have a backup to like record this stuff and post it later.
You for real?
He's fading quietly into that soft abyss.
Do not go gently into that night. Rage. Rage.
As he lay there resting, I closed his eyes and put pennies in his eyes.
Ooh, what just happened to have some coins?
Like, oh yeah, he gone. He
Whoa.
gone.
Hey!
He
Oh,
gone.
he's like gone.
He's gone. That's funny.
so the show must go on. So Harbor says, "Hello there. Welcome back to the Sheath Sword Inn."
Hello.
My terrible Harbor accent.
So, what kind of reputation does the Sheath Sword Inn have? Because it sounds ambiguous.
Right?
Yeah.
Ambiguous. Like,
Like,
because there's lots of ways
Like-
to interpret that.
Like a sheath penis?
yeah, is there a red lantern hanging
It
out
could
the
be.
front door?
There's some questionable ladies of the night who are hanging out on the top floor in front of open rooms.
So
Maybe it's
That's what I imagine.
maybe it's their way of putting out the message about their stance on sexual harassment and assault. Sheath that sword, all right? Because we don't want to. Just saying. Could be. Hold on, I'll be right back.
This is the Sheath Sword Inn, not the wave your sword on everybody's face. Inn.
Doc, for the love of Christ, put that sword back in its sheath.
Nobody wants to see your sword.
I don't care what the rules in your dimension are. Fuck off, alright?
in this dimension, okay?
We keep our swords sheathed. And that's when I ask, so would you like to be my teeth?
And somehow I end up with 3 beers.
Oh, he's back! He's back!
You guys
Stop
hear me?
stopping.
Yay!
Hey!
Triumphant heroes return.
Jesus Christ! My internet
There's
just
an
like
echo.
shit the bed.
We could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hate GCI. Like I went out
We
and
all
got an
do, too.
updated router. I got a new router. It's been working great. It's been working fine. Then all of a sudden it's just like, hey, you're doing something? Let me shit the bed.
You're doing something fun? Alright, give me a minute.
That happened
What
to
are
me like routinely for a year. The only way it stopped is me hardwiring into the router.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm probably gonna have to do. That's what Nick keeps saying to do. I mean, I went out because the thing was earlier I had an old router, and it wasn't compatible or some shit with the internet we got up here, so I got a new one.
Same shit. It's bullshit. Okay, you're gonna have to bypass your router entirely, hardwire directly into your modem. The good news is, as soon as you do that, it's crystal clear ever since. No
Okay.
lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a long ass Ethernet
GCI.
cable. I don't have enough for
And
it.
I got like a shitty modem, and the cable's buried like 2 inches in the ground through the backyard. And I have had flawless internet for years, like 6 years. And then my
Yeah, I'm
router
not
is
sure.
like a hacked router that I like. It's an old one that I like flashed new software on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I got a drop put into my house or if my shit's freaking aerial, but whatever. So, let's keep this
So
going. It's
anyway.
gonna be fucking theater of the mind. We're just doing this shit live.
You're not streaming though, are you?
I don't fucking know.
Nope, you're not.
I'm on my phone right now.
Oh, you're on your phone.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I am
Go
on my.
that point.
You can do that? Fucking do it. Save this session, man.
Fucking do it.
So Nick's gonna go make us an Ethernet cable real quick.
Nice.
All right.
I have a
I'm sorry
100
I'm
100
fucking
foot
up the
one.
stream there, Gabe. I don't know what happened to my internet, man. It literally just fucking crashed.
You're good, man. We're all having a good time. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's see here if I can do this. Let's put you guys. Let's see here. See if I can add some music. Let's see how crazy. Okay. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I hope you're not expecting us to hear music through your phone.
Yeah, you're right. That's a bad idea.
No, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's just not gonna work.
Okay, so there goes the Brad idea streaming from my all right, so thank you, Nick. You're a peach. Okay, so Eridar, you come into the Sheep's Sword, and as you saw before, you look immediately to your left. The door's wide open, but as soon as you come in, you're
You're gone again.
We're back!
What is going on?
Huzzah! Technology!
Hey, there you go.
And he's back.
Yay.
Alright, Nick is still gonna go make us that Ethernet cable. Okay.
Yo,
So
stop
what is
hating,
just
Mass,
to the
though.
left of the door. I am on the edge of my seat here.
For real.
Okay, so maybe we can get to the door now.
One of these days.
One of these days we'll cross the threshold. Okay, so as you come into the door, your left shoulder is bumped. Not aggressively, not unintentionally. Like this, it's like as if your arm hits an immovable force, but it's there as almost a pillar would be. Then you look to your left and you see a very tall and imposing figure that is familiar. It is Harvard. Harvard's standing there. He looks down at you and he's like, "Oh, hello again.
Hey,
Welcome back."
how you doing, buddy?
Well, first off, ain't your bud. Second, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
You're my buddy today.
All right then, bar's over there. Sure, you already know that. Go as Drake's son. Folks should be coming out for lunch here pretty soon. Pretty sure it's just sandwiches or something like that. Well, yeah. Don't cause no trouble. You see what I already do to people. Throw them out. It's my job.
Fantastic.
All right. So, and he kind of like moves his very large palm, kind of sweeps over the taverns. I was sick anywhere. Most of the people are out and about with the freaking journeys and things like that going on. We should have some people coming in here shortly for the gambling tourney. But have a seat anywhere. Feel free.
Thank you. I want to sit by the bar.
And you would like to sit by the bar.
Or at the
All right.
bar. At the
And
bar?
I
By the bar.
do-
I don't know.
At the bar. However he wants to be at the bar. He is not a half-elf. He is an elf. Named Eridar.
They call me Evidar, and I like to drink.
Alright, so you have a seat at the bar. Over
Behind
here.
the kegs.
Behind the kegs.
Behind the kegs.
Yes!
Guys, I'd like a drink. Hello.
Keg stand, keg stand, keg stand.
Just face underneath the tap, full sing. Just go. And that's when Harper bounces too. All right, so you take a seat at the bar, and you can see there's a figure there with his back turned, a blonde-haired ponytail, a lower than average height human. And you can see that his figure reacts to you sitting down and the weight shifting in the seat, the wood creaking beneath you. He turns around, you can see the very noble features upon this human's face, very prominent chin, sharp nose, scarred chin, though, and deep brown eyes. He looks to you and he's like, "Hello there. I remember seeing you. Eridar, I believe, correct?"
Hi, that is I.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm sure mine. I don't need to introduce myself again, but I will do it just to be sure. My name's Donald. I am the proprietor of this establishment. Yes, it is about a little less busy than it normally is right now, so don't take that as an idea of this is a lousy establishment. I assure you, within a few hours, there should be more than enough people. Can I offer you anything to eat and drink in the meantime?
Sure. I'll start off with a light grog, if you have
A light
something.
grog. All right. I have a light ale.
I'll
Would
take that.
suffice?
I'll take that.
All right. That would be 2 copper, please.
Do I have 2 copper? I don't believe I do. Can I offer you a good berry instead?
That takes me back. You already did do this. You did the whole Goodberry thing. You gave this man the Goodberry, and he's like, as soon as you say, "Can I offer you the Goodberry?" His eyes shoot up, and he's like, "Oh, apologies, Mr. Eridar. That is correct. You were the one. I remember now. You were the one that came in and gave me those Goodberries and helped me to replenish my stock to serve that wine. You drink for free, my friend." And he grabs a vase.
Huzzah!
And then slides a pitcher of ale towards you, and he's like, "That is for you, my friend. You do not have to pay."
Woo! Thank you. So I'm sipping
right.
on the grog, or on the ale now.
Grog, if you want to call it grog, it's fucking grog.
I don't know. It's ale. It's ale now. No, it's ale. It's ale.
All right, and then he was like, "Well, I remember you saying something about needing to talk to Yolanda." And wait, Yolanda.
Yolanda.
I'll make sure. I'll make sure to remember to call her that when she comes in tonight, if she does. I know she's a busy woman with the bit off.
You absolutely should. She really appreciates that. She told me that herself. She told me that herself. Can I do another deception check?
Really? All right. Because to be honest, I've taken fancy to Miss Yolanda. She's quite the fox, and who knows? Maybe the correct pronunciation of her name will help turn the tables in my favor.
Okay, I lied. I'm sorry. I don't want to break your friendship.
He's like, did you actually say it? That was that in character?
Yes.
And he's like, so that's not the correct pronunciation of her name?
No. However, For it is how my universe pronounces her name. It is a very common name in my universe. Everybody's name Yolanda except me.
Roll that bullshit.
Hell yeah. 18.
Oh damn!
Bro, I am the best bullshitter in the world.
You're a druid who has no interaction with civilized society, but yet you know
Are you
how
sure
to.
you're not a bard?
And so he's like, "That sounds like an interesting place you were talking about. I remember you said it was yesterday, but today and tomorrow all kind of weaved into the same thing. So
But also next week.
again, that's hard for you to grasp. But who am I to call you a liar? You're obviously an interesting person. But probably seen a lot. I'm not one to judge. I've my travels before I settled down and founded Landar and this place, grew up around it. I've seen some interesting things myself. So, do you require lodging for the evening or anything like that, Mr. Eridar? Or are you simply just passing through Landar to watch the tourneys and the cups?
I actually do need lodging. I will be meeting with Yolanda later tomorrow. So she asked to tell you that she sent me here to get some lodging for the night.
Absolutely. You are more than welcome to stay here. Not just under her. Anybody who, whoever Yolanda vouches for is a friend of mine. But from your generous, essentially, donation to my tavern, you're more than welcome to stay at my establishment whenever you need.
I very much appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Can I have another refill?
And he was like, of course. And he grabs the pitcher and then refills your mug for you.
Thank you.
Is there anything I can interest you in the ways of entertainment or something of the sort of that? Most of the bards that frequent the establishment, they've taken to their own devices at the moment, since most of the townsfolk and other people are occupied with most of the tourneys. It'll be probably another hour from now, but until everybody else joins us. Here we go. Let's play that damn shit again.
Don't break it.
Come on. Music. Let's go to. There.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Okay, now I got it on a loop. All right.
Are you
And
sure?
he's like, "Can I interest you in like maybe a game of cards, a game of dice, or would you just or would you rather just retire to your room for the evening, or just sit by the fire and enjoy the time?"
Say that last part one more time.
Okay, so he essentially asked you, would you like to retire for the evening? Would you like to partake in a game of chance? Or would you just like to sit by the fire and enjoy your thoughts in peace?
I'll play a game of chance.
Okay, all right. Then.
My bullshit
Well,
rolls are great.
All right, so we will play a quick game, a quick Queen's Crypt. Have you heard of this game?
No, I have not.
Yes, you
Alright.
have.
I did?
That was the bullshit game I played the entire end of last session.
Oh yeah, but I wasn't here, technically.
Okay.
I think it was
So
just
what
you.
Okay, fine.
So Donald takes a cup and he places 6 dice on the table, and he slides 3 dice to you. And he's like, so we will each have 3 of these die. And what we will do is we will roll them, and we will keep them hidden from each other. And then we will be asked to ante. We'll keep this a fair game, a friendly game. We'll forego the ante. Actually, what's gambling without risk? So we'll have an ante. But when asked for your ante, you will then ante in, and then through that ante, you will be able to exchange however many dice you wish to re-roll to see if you can make either a high straight, a low straight, pairs. Let's see. Let me pull up that thing again. I thought I had it memorized, but I don't. Let me go to my gallery. Let me go to my screenshots. There it is. Okay, so You'll see if you can get a 3 of a kind, then a straight, which is a high straight or a low straight. Then you will see if you get all evens or all odds. Then it'll be 2 of a kind, or whoever has the highest die. So essentially, it's kind of like poker in the sense that if you have 3 of a kind, that's the highest you can get. The straight, so like 5, 4, 3. Being a high straight like 6, 5, 4, and then a low straight like 3, 2, 1. And then all even, so all even numbers on the die. Or all odds, all odd numbers on the die. And then 2 of a kind. And then just highest die roll at the end. That's how it works. So essentially like poker, 5-card draw. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. So, and he's like, all right, well, let us start the ante with something friendly. How about 5 copper?
I have no gold, sir. I can offer you good berry.
Yeah, let's just have fun. Your company's more than enough.
Great.
All right. So let's go for our first roll. Then. So go ahead and roll your die.
20.
I am but a simple homeless.
3d6.
man. I have no money.
Say what?
Go ahead and roll 3d6.
Hang on. I'm missing a d6. I don't know where it went. Whatever. I got 2. I got 5, a 2, and then a 3.
Okay, so keep track of those dice you just rolled. Now, would you like to use sleight of hand to try and influence the rolls of those die? Or would you like to just take what you rolled?
I'll take this roll.
Okay, so you have a 5, 2, and a 3. So he was like, okay then. Now, how many dice would you like to trade out to reroll?
2.
All right, go ahead and reroll 2 die. He will reroll. He will not reroll any.
A 6 and a 3.
Okay, so what do you have
I'm
now?
listening, like,
I have
other
a
people are interacting,
5,
I'm listening to what
a 3, and a 6.
Okay. And so he reveals his hand. And he's like, I will go first. I have all odds. And he reveals a 3, and a 1. And then you reveal your 5, 3, and 6. And he was like, sadly, my friend, I take this hand.
So he won?
Yep, he won because he had all odds, and all you had was a high 6.
Okay.
Got an idea of how to play it?
Not really, but I'm kind of rolling with it.
All right.
Get it? Rolling with it.
Okay, so Donald and you, just kind of share stories, pass the time talking, and time pass. As about a good hour or so, a good 2 hours or so pass, Donald's kind of regaling you about his mercenary days, and then how he stopped being a mercenary due to how it led to a very jaded and a very, very lonely life. He tells you about how he initially met Harvard and how Harvard came into his travel companion and eventually longtime good friend, and just tells you about some of the interesting characters around the town. It's when he's wrapping up about how he initially came to the point of Landar and founding the Sheep Sword Inn, that a group of people enter into the inn. You can hear Harvard's gruff, gravelly voice greeting them and letting them know where to sit. It's a group of about 6 people, and they all kind of intermingle and disperse throughout the inn in the center portion. And another table is pulled up over here, just beside here. And hold up, I can do something. Boom! Another table is played. Pulled out from the back and placed right beside the other one.
Okay.
And then you can see 6 individuals seated. Kind of dispersed throughout there. Now, Dawncaller, question for you.
Yeah.
If your character were to get to know somebody and develop a rapport with them,
Yeah.
would she eventually become friendly with them? Say to the point of being comrade, or I assume your character is somewhat stoic.
Yeah.
Would she get to the point that she became familiar enough with them to show just maybe enough emotion, like maybe a warm smile or
Sure.
Okay, good. I just don't want to make any assumptions on character because I'm gonna do something. Gonna have some fun.
Oh,
All right.
Oh boy.
All right. So you see these individuals all disperse and sit out, and then one individual, really cuts the figure out of all of them. She is definitely the most interesting person in the room, besides the bugbear. This woman is extremely tall, very tall, towers over the rest of the human folk, and even some of the half-elven people. Her skin is ashen pale, and she is hooded at the moment. Her hood, would your hood be pulled up or pulled down?
Up.
Her hood pulled up, masking most of her features, but you can see the very feminine key structural facial structure that is upon, kind of poking out the side. The softer but very chiseled chin, the feathered cheekbones.
Are you saying she thick?
No.
Because that's what it sounds like you're saying. You're saying she thick.
I'm saying.
Good way.
Maybe that's how your people would describe it from your universe last week.
All right. She's thick. Thick girl.
Very prominent feminine structure, female parts poking out. So she thick is what you're saying.
No, I said her facial features. Like you can see through the edge of her hood.
Go on. Continue.
Let's get that out. All right.
All right, we're good. We're good.
So-
We're good.
Go ahead, Tess, and since this is like the first time that you two have really, Eredar's had really the chance to see you, go ahead and describe your character.
She's really tall, as was previously said. She has, like kind of like a darker gray skin tone, and she's brooding quietly in the corner because, you know, that's what rogues do. She has daggers.
So basically, she's not.
So many daggers.
She's like, you know, like Lord of the Rings, Aragorn introduction in the corner, except there's no pipe, and she has daggers.
Okay.
All right. Got it. So she sits down at one of these tables here, and other people start sitting down with them. She sits down with two surly-looking sorts, and you can see they begin to play the game that you just got done playing with Donald. Donald leans over to you, Irodar, and is like, "Oh, this seems to be the Quick Queen's crit tournament taking place. My money's on that short dwarf over there with the goatee. Watch his hands."
Okay.
And
So I'm
then
watching.
as soon as Donald says that, you can see that the female, the tall woman.
Me,
The what?
me. My character.
Yeah.
Me.
The hooded woman. There we go. The hooded woman. As soon as he tells you to watch the dwarf's hands, you can see the dwarf's hands like reaching over the table towards the die as he rolls them, and you see the hooded woman just immediately like kind of grab his hand and then like pull it towards her and then inspects and just like really glares at the ring, and you can see something said. Go ahead and make me a perception roll there, Eredar.
Hang on. Perception.
Read her, but you're a
Perception.
little too far away to hear her.
Wait, it's hang on. Perception is D20, right?
Yep.
Is that 19? What? Yeah, it's 19. Plus 5? Or plus, yeah, right?
Yeah, whatever your bonus is.
So 19 plus 5.
Oof.
Damn.
Rolls. Okay, so Dawncaller, what was it you said to the dwarf when you were expecting the ring on it?
Oh, I said that's a very nice ring.
Yep. So you can see that that is what she says. You can't hear it over here, but you can read her lips perfectly. You're able to see the pronunciation and follow the vowels and the consonants of the common tongue and make out what she says. And Donald is beside you, and he's like, looks like she caught him in the act.
Huh.
It's at that moment the game resumes, and it concludes at that table with the other two dwarves seated there with her, leaving the table and then making their way over to the tavern's bar, standing right here in the middle of these two benches to your left.
Who's standing there?
The two dwarves that were seated with the hooded woman.
Okay.
They got up from their chairs with a slumped posture, but fixed their shoulders and squared their backs and marched over to where you were, somewhat of a dickhead today. And kind of like leaned against the tavern table, and the goatee dwarf is like, another ale, please, and keep them coming. The other one's like, yeah, same for me.
Rough night, boys.
And the goatee dwarf looks over to you and he's like, well, considering that I just got beat out by some lady who doesn't know her way around the dice table, then yes, you could say it's a rough night.
Well, she looks like she'll kick your ass.
I didn't say she couldn't. I merely said that luck seemed to favor her rather than my skill.
That's fair. That's fair. It happens to the best of us. It's okay.
And it's at that moment she gets up and then maneuvers, strides over to the other table and takes a seat. This table is occupied by two other individuals.
And then
Oh God, am I still here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. She goes over to the other table and it's occupied by two other individuals. These individuals are more mundane looking than the others. One is a male with brown trousers and a white shirt with overalls. And just very flecks of dirt on him, and he holds his dice rather nervously. The other one is a very chipper woman. She seems to kind of like sway in her seat. She has pigtails, auburn hair, and freckles on her face. And then the dice game between these three commences. The young man ran out of the table rather quickly, leaving the two women to have it out. You can see that as all seems above board initially, and then again, the hooded woman reaches over and just places a dagger on the table and then spins it slightly, and then just kind of taps it for a moment. It's at this moment that the pigtailed woman kind of flushes a little bit, the color leaving her face, and nervously grabs her dice and keeps her hands away from them when they roll. Again, the conclusion of the dice game is observed as the pigtailed woman stands up from the table and then leaves, going to one of the stalls to the south. It would appear that the only person sitting at the table still, the hooded woman, would be the victor. And then a halfling, a gnome individual that walked in with them, kind of mediating the whole thing, walks up to her and then says to her, let's see. Yeah, he would have a very loud, cutting voice, so you would hear her name. He was like, well, Miss Dawncaller, it would appear that you are the victor. Upon hearing that name, Eridar, you feel a slight tingling in the back of your skull, and like your hair stands up. Just a real strong sense of familiarity. Did I say that right?
Sure.
Familiarity?
Thank you. I'm just gonna fucking say deja vu. There we go. A sense of deja vu just overwhelms you. You feel like you've, in some way, shape, or form, heard that name before. And seeing this woman and putting the name to the face, as you can see, she turns towards the gnome, and the gnome is kind of in line with you to where her facial profile would be of yours. You're kind of it just triggers that. You get this real strong sense of I feel like I kind of know this person in some way, shape, or form. Like, you know, when you pass someone on the street and you're like, hey, I seen you when you see someone in your dreams and it's just a random person.
Yeah.
Essentially like that. It's at that moment when that feeling is peaked in you. The door was closed for the turning. The door now flies open, just on the hinges, and then this pair of individuals with their arms draped over each other's side, loudly and boisterously enter the tavern. One is a rather large, both rather large and both very broad. One would say a word with 2 C's.
Thick?
Yes. The thickest of boys.
The thickest boys.
Yeah, but we're like thick, not like thick, you know?
Extra thick. Listen, at least he's not describing you as a very feminine structure that is peeking out.
It was a bad attempt at saying that her facial features were coming out of her HUD.
Her feminine features were sticking out.
So, Igneous. Balasar.
Oh shit! Hang on.
Eridar.
Hang on, my lap fell down. I'll be right back.
He's essentially seeing them for the first time. But Eridar is currently away. So we will wait a moment.
So they like announced Dawn Caller as like the winner of the whole thing, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, back. Sorry.
Was that like? And that was like announced to like the whole tavern, correct?
Yeah. It kind of like it happened
Okay,
like
yeah.
simultaneously as you two entered.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, I would have heard it.
Yeah, I would say you've heard it. You came in like on the coattails of the announcement from the. What?
Okay. Well, Balasar would definitely like loudly, oh, the winner, yes, and he would make his way over to Dawn Caller and be like, a lady of luck, yes, any lady I would like to have by me on the battlefield. An ale for both of us. Oh, if you drink ale, my lady, I didn't mean to presume.
Yeah.
I apologize, but do you drink? Would you an ale? Yes.
It's not
Yes, that would be.
Two ale. 2 ales for the fighting and the lucking, and another one for my friend. Friendship. Friends.
Friendship.
these two individuals just bulldoze in, come over to you, Dawn Caller. Like, I'm assuming that Balasar has like essentially just kind of like draped himself over your chair and like hand on shoulder, like, you are the champion, you are the winner. And there's kind of like fanboying over you because you're another winner of a competition.
Yeah.
You much like champion, like my friend champion. You two are champions. You two would get along. You could be friends as well. Yes.
What was it that we had? What was the thing we were drinking on the trail? Let's have that. Tequila.
Yes.
We need tequila now.
Yes. Yes. The fire. The fire in my mouth. Bring it. Put the spicy stuff in my mouth.
Little did you know, you just made 2 best friends and they brought tequila.
You didn't even know. You didn't even know.
So Donald, kind of like seeing this loud display, Donald, he turns to Eridar and you see him kind of like, he says to Eridar, "1 moment, I'll be back." And he grabs a tray and something spicy, all right. And then he comes over to where you 3 are at and he's like, all right, hello, my name is Donald Vertwitz. I am the proprietor of this establishment. Welcome. You said you wanted something spicy to put the fire in your mouth?
Yes, Donald, you have a fine establishment which we have so graciously chosen to celebrate our victories at. Yes, please bring spicy stuff. So there's some spicy stuff I heard of that's around here we need it in our mouths.
He's talking about tequila. We had tequila before, or something strong. We're celebrating. We need to celebrate.
Ah,
You got scissors all right?
what? Yeah. There is a utility knife on the table. Ah, you must be talking about Emmett. Emmett did bring in a shipment of that tequila that you speak of, made from the agave plant. On the table. On the table, there's a utility knife. Blue utility
Oh, the
knife.
box,
It's a utility
the
knife.
box cutter.
Whatever.
I mean,
So he was like, "Yes, I do have some. One moment." And then he comes back with a bottle shaped very. This bottle is very ornate. It's got a very boss shape to it, almost like as if it's a porcelain make as well. It's white color, flecked with blue, and elaborate designs surrounding the bottle. He puts it on the table in front of all three of you, and he's like, "Now, if I heard correctly, each of you are a victor of some sorts. Miss Dawncaller, you did just win the gambling tourney, and I do not know yours two's names yet, though. My Dragonborn friend, what is your name?"
My name is Balazar, but I unfortunately am not a champion myself today. I am other days, but not
you're
today.
A champion to me.
I appreciate it, but not directly a champion, and I have done shame to my clan for that.
Well, Balthazar. Am I saying it right? Balthazar?
Balazar, yes.
Balthazar. Well, Balthazar, you're in the company of champions, and it seems that one is taking heed to you. So, I will allow it. Here, on the house. And he puts down 3 glasses, and he pours the liquid in each of it. It is a very amber, almost golden colored liquid. As soon as the contents leave the container, you are greeted with that familiar scent, Balthazar, that Emmett shared with you. That liquid that put the fire in your veins, and the smoke. in your
Balazar
gullet.
like grabs one of them and immediately puts it like right in Dawncollar's face, and is like, "What is your name, lady? Have you smelled this before? Have you tried it? It's wonderful. You should have some."
She'll be like, okay, and she'll take the drink and she'll drink it, and then put the glass down and say, "My name is Dawncaller, and thank you for the drink."
Oh yes, spicy lady, you take the fiery drink. Yes, to champions and pseudo champions. And then he'll slow hands down too.
Okay, so Dawncaller, make me a con save.
Okay.
He wasn't a champion.
All right, what did you get? 18. All right. So as you take the small glass and then shoot it down the hatch, it immediately, as you put it to your lip, it is just a very aromatic spirit. It is a very, very unique aroma, very unfamiliar to you. From the north, most of the alcohols you consume are from hops and yeast and rye, things of that nature. This, however, is very sharp, but at the same time mellow. And as you pour it down your gullet and shoot it down, there's a strong burn immediately, but it ebbs away, and then leaves you with a very warm, content feeling, going from your stomach to your toes and to your fingertips. Very soothing. You enjoyed this thoroughly. All right.
Question: Is there
I rolled an
a
11 if that
flower?
matters.
Is there a vase with a flower anywhere in this establishment?
Yes. At the very far end of the tavern. To
Like-
your right.
Is
You
it
can
in,
see
is
a
it in view
bar.
of everybody or no?
Huh?
Is it in view of everybody or no?
I would say yes. It's just to your right. It is in view of everybody.
Okay. No particular reason.
Sure. Said the druid.
Not setting anything up.
Okay, so these three are having a very almost one-sided conversation as Igneous and Balazar just kind of assaulting Dawncaller with praise, admiration, and just essentially forced camaraderie of like, yes, we should how they should like do battle together and only champions can how champions can share a bond that only champions can and things of that nature.
Balazar's just telling Dawncaller, Igneous, tell her how you won. Listen, Dawncaller, listen how he won and all the fighting he did. Igneous, go, tell her. She needs to know.
So no shit, there I was, mauling my hand. It's my first time, and I just went,
You hurt my friend!
So good.
and I
This
just
is
went,
so
Bam, right in the guy's face.
Dawncaller, watch.
yeah, but one of those guys.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Where did you find these guys?
I didn't find them. They, I'm assuming travelers come to participate in the tourney. It always brings the most eclectic bunch and the most entertaining. And he gives both of you a warm smile.
Donald, what is this spicy drink that they speak of?
Oh, as he, he's kind of meandered back over there. They speak of tequila, Aerodon. Have you heard that?
I would like to try this tequila.
Sure. As I said, you drink here for free, my friend. And he takes the Voss-shaped bottle, pours you a small cup of it, and
Do I
pushes it
notice
forward.
him getting a drink of it?
It is powerful.
Do we notice him getting a drink poured?
Yeah, absolutely.
We
So,
say,
You can't drink alone! Come on, come and drink with us, have a round!
so I carry my little cup over to them.
Okay.
Anyone who drinks the spicy drink can drink with us. See it?
You turn around and start making your way towards the voice of someone that said, "Hey, come here, come share this place with us." You see the forms of a rather tall, dark-skinned man, as was described to you from Eric, Igneous' form, and the scaly, bronzed form of Balazar. And you have horns, correct, Balazar?
Yes.
What? Why would I have horns? Why do you think I'll Dragonborn have horns? I just stopped it. I am sick and tired of these misnomers of horns on Dragonborn. Coming from a dungeon master, come on!
One horn.
So the hornless, bronze-skinned, and rather large, square-jawed dragonborn. They're both very boisterous and very loud. Again, upon seeing their forms, you're struck again by that same moment of recognition and that interruption in thought and that strong feeling that you've seen these people before again. It's just that tingling in the back of your neck that puts your hairs up as you approach them.
I feel like I have a spell that does something about that. Let me look, hang on.
Well, you look, Balazar now, brings you into the fold and assaults you with Igneous's tales. Have you heard how Igneous won? He's a champion. Listen, Igneous, tell him too. Everyone should know.
I used my hammer, and I whacked them guys good.
Oh, it was beautiful. You should have been there.
I imagine that the baby crying is all the other patrons in the bar at this point.
Yep. That's exactly it.
They're just
Like, not the tail again!
not how he hit him with the maul again.
Sheer martial prowess. It was beautiful. It was like a symphony. Maybe you, Dawncaller, do you have any victories that you have? I mean, Igneous is great. Tell him again. Tell him again about the victory. I could sleep to it.
How many work this?
It's slightly erotic. Maybe I'll tone it down a little. We're just friends.
Okay, too easy. I'll ask someone I
We
Okay.
we get
Balthazar, do
we
you
get
see
separate
we
rooms when we go
slap
to
that
sleep.
dagger
Yeah.
down?
I don't know if I believe you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a spell. So, Eridar joins you guys, and I take the shot of tequila.
Go ahead and make me a con save, please.
Hang on. 15.
15. You are just on fire with your rolls.
Hell yeah.
And
So
so
that dice tower and here.
you hold it up.
So
Very
wait,
sharp.
so wait, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. So,
But
so I take the shot, and I make that face, the cringy face.
Okay.
This is gross. And then my hair starts changing colors, and my eyes start lighting up, and like you feel a light breeze around you, and that bouquet of flowers turns from one flower to like a ton of flowers by accident, because I accidentally casted cantrip, Druidcraft.
Wow.
Accidentally.
Accidentally.
whoops.
Nice.
Oops, I'm awesome.
The tequila brought this in. It just did that.
So
Oh, it's the tequila I see.
you see Eridar slam the drink and then just like let out just a strong like exhale of air, and as he does that, just all of those sensory and auditory effects happen and just kind of like overwhelm the room. Everybody goes silent for a moment. The talking stops, and then in the corner of the room, the vase on the table, the edge of the bar, just gets swirled by this light green hue, and then just immediately one flower blooms and buds and becomes a whole gorgeous bouquet spread. There's yellows and reds, there's carnations and roses, tulips and snapdragons. Just a very cornucopia gathering. of flowers.
Balazar's mouth is halfway open, and he looks at the vase, and then he just looks down at his drink. He's like, "Why does it not do that when I drink it?"
Did I do that?
Donald, this is not the right fire drink. You give me the good stuff. What he has.
Mr. Balasar, I don't know what to tell you.
Just pour me another. Whatever bottle you gave him, give it to me. Let me try.
How about this? I'll give you
The
double.
only reasonable solution is we keep trying.
How about this? And he lays a wooden cup in front of you, and he was like, "Here, a double shot." And he pours it up right to the brim. It's like, for you, my friend.
Okay. He like grabs it, and he's like looking at the vase the whole time. He's like,
Just down
looking at
the
the vase. Look at the glass. It's empty. What? It's not doing.
All right, go ahead and make the con save at disadvantage.
Oh.
Aw, busted.
Because it was a double, huh?
Yeah.
Let me get to my.
It's also
I have a +3 in
Subsequent
Constitution, so it's a
shot.
13.
13. Nice. That's pretty good.
Oh wait,
So-
disadvantage. Disadvantage?
Yes. So take the lowest.
It was a 6 then.
This is 6.
I remember
All
Fire
right.
did this to me all the time.
So you throw the contents down, and you're like, "Gah! Ugh," and like immediately starts to burn the throat again, and you feel it coming, and then you just, and you just like a little mott of fire comes out of your mouth, and just, like scorches the side of the table where you're at.
I like try to direct it down to the side like I'm sneezing away from everybody, but it just like starts in the middle of the table and like streaks down the table. It just makes a bigger mess of everything. Oh my god! Oh, I apologize. Oh.
that
Donald
was so cool.
Well, I just had that rug brought in, but it's fine.
I'm sorry, Donald. Thank you.
It's fine. It's at that moment you feel a large hand on the end of your shoulder, and he's like, boy, I'd keep that fire stuff to a minimum." Then you turn around and you see Harvard is right behind you, and he's like, "Hey, keep the fire stuff to a minimum there, bud.
Oh,
I don't want to lose the place I walk at."
of course. I'm sorry, large friend. It was not intentional.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Long as you don't go touching the ladies or making a mess of the place, you're fine. Just
Why would I go touching the ladies? That sounds like some jerk-off move. Why would I just do that?
it is. That's what I'm here for. People touch the ladies upstairs, or they mess around getting a fight. I come in, grab the face with my big old hands, take them out, throw them.
Oh, it sounds like you've won a lot too. You're a champion in your own right, aren't you?
You're fucking right, I am.
It's like Harvard wants a shot.
Oliver's on the fucking clock and can't drink. According to the boss. And Donald kind of nods his head. According to the boss. With that, he kind of like nods his head and goes back to the door where it was. It's at that moment when you all are interacting. The door opens once again, and Harvard kind of turns around, gets there in time to greet the people that come in. You can see Eridar and Igneous, since you are facing that door. Balazar and Dawncaller, if you two wish to turn around and look at the people entering, you will see this as well. If not, then you will not see the individuals entering.
Absolutely, I will.
Okay, so entering, you see Ziegeldorf, Dawncaller, accompanied by a gray-skinned half-orc in a long coat. These two appear to be very friendly with each other and having a casual conversation offhanded.
Isn't she the caravan leader?
No, he is Ziegeldorf Surefoot, the chocolate vendor.
Lady.
Huh?
The orc lady.
No, this is not the orc lady. This is
Okay.
this is not her. That is not
What?
her.
Are you saying all forks look alike?
This is not Janessa. Janessa is in town, in Landar, with you. This is not her, though. This individual is rather tall, has a buzz cut on top, close to the head, and a very fine mustache, actually, with a long coat. And you can see at this half-orc side, he has two short swords.
Okay.
He has his hand on Ziegeldorf's shoulder. They're talking to him very amicably and friendly. Ziegeldorf, is there anything you wish to say upon entering the room? To the room itself, or just offhanded conversation you're having with Wallace, or anything in that manner?
I hope you weren't too rough on your new friend.
Well, when people tend to disrespect me for my lineage, I see fit to introduce them to the strong side of mine, to the back side of my ringed hand.
Got him.
And they had this conversation casually as they come in. Wallace and Ziegeldorf conversing about how Wallace handled an individual who was quite racist with him, quite handedly and efficiently.
Kind of a dick to everybody.
Literally.
Handedly, was that a pun?
Hey-o.
Oh.
Oh yeah, also, Eridar, you get inspiration for that amazing description of your druidcraft cantrip.
Oh, awesome.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so,
Thanks.
Ziegeldorf, you see at the table Dawncaller, the lady that traveled with you from the west of that town, from your hometown. I don't have my map up, so I don't have the name of it, but that traveled west of you. Her name, Dawncaller. She is, however, currently seated with three other individuals that you are not familiar with. You can go ahead and describe your character to everybody else at the table as they see you come in.
Yeah, it's basically that guy right there.
Yeah.
Blonde-haired, blue-eyed. As all proper halflings are.
What does that mean?
And I'm a
He is on the Aryan persuasion.
For real. Blonde hair, blue eyes, only the proper.
Yes.
Okay, so how do I utilize the bot for music? Gabe.
Exclamation point, play, and then YouTube link or whatever you're using. Spotify,
Exclamation,
YouTube.
play, any space between the link?
Yes.
So exclamation point, play, space, and then link.
Okay. All right, and then as soon as I hit it, it'll start playing.
Yeah, you might want to mute yours though, like the music you're playing.
Got it. Okay. All right, so as each of you turn around and see this conversation, I'm assuming everybody kind of has all eyes on Ziegeldorf and Wallace as they come in, right?
Yes.
So Ziegeldorf and Wallace get to about right here, then Eridar. As soon as all of these individuals are in that close proximity, once you see this blonde-haired, very finely dressed, confident, striding half enter the room next to this towering, orcish friend, immediately your senses are assaulted by that same sensation. But now it is an overwhelming feeling. It is to the point to where it puts you into a state of complete darkness. Your visual senses, auditory senses are stripped from you. You are in a moment of limbo, complete non-existence. You are there, spiritually, as you are, tomorrow, today, and yesterday, all at the same time. And it's that moment when you understand what is happening. You're met with this, you're in your mind, you immediately recall what is happening to you. You are now witnessing a fragment of fate. This is what this is. This is what the Yoko tribe does. They are seers, essentially, watchers, the council, individuals trained to do this for ages, and you are now experiencing one of these right now in this moment of time. What a fragment of fate is in the Yoko tribe, it is when you get a glimpse into a possible future, a possible reality that might occur if left unfettered, unhindered, if not interfered with. That is what I'm saying.
Unchecked?
Like you don't meddle with it. Does that make sense?
If you don't intervene.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I can't intervene? Oh,
If left unmolested.
Yes, it's an event that can happen. This is essentially something that can happen in the future, in the near future, the far future, or the real far future. You are now experiencing one of those moments. And it's at that time when you have that realization that you immediately start to feel your physical form come back. But as it comes back, you are met with an extreme sense of dehydration. Your mouth is dry, your skin sweaty, and you can feel nothing but the overwhelming heat, almost as if your face is in front of a furnace around you.
Am I losing hit points while this happens?
No, you're not. You're not losing hit points. This is you are essentially having a vision right now.
Okay.
Vision is so intense that it is influencing your auditory and sensory your sensory like senses. You know what I mean? Your touch, your sight, your taste. Those is what you experience first. Then your vision comes back. Comes to you. You can now see that you are in a cavern, a cave, completely enclosed, deep within a mountain. You know this mountain to be Ember Peak. Beneath it, deep within it, there is said to be an ancient beast that dwells within. Why? That dwells within this cavern, and you are currently in its lair.
Is it like a spiritual beast?
No.
It's a real beast.
You know this beast to be Rogar.
The barbarian.
The ancient red dragon.
The ancient what?
Dragon! Ancient red dragon. A very infamous dragon. A very proud dragon. A very wrathful dragon. Rogar is known to go on tantrums. Keyword tantrums across the countryside when he feels slighted. And to put other dragons in check by rampaging across villages, towns, cities, whatever may be in the path in their holds area, just to establish dominance. Once you completely gain your senses and come to and realize where you are, you're pitted in the middle of this individual's lair. It's at that moment. Let's see if this works. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm working some stuff here, guys. Let's see if this works out. Okay. Stop my music. All right, and you said in the Discord. All right, there we go. Is it too loud?
Ooh, hang on. Say that again?
Thanks.
That was really loud. Holy shit.
Okay, you turn it down?
Yeah.
Can I turn it down?
No, I turned it down. It's fine.
Okay, cool. It's at that moment, Eridar, you can see your companion, Alisar. He's about ready to be descended upon by Rogar. Alisar's tripped on the ground, and he's reaching for his greatsword. He's completely decked out in platinum plate armor. Well, let me turn that down as well. There we go. And as you see the dragon about ready to pounce on Balasar, you at the last moment reach into your mind and act so its will be perfect for this exact moment. Snap your fingers and then giant pillars erupt from the ground.
You're cutting off really bad for me.
Rocketing up, smashing into the underbelly of Rogar, pinning him against the ceiling and pulling him there. Balazar turns to you, grabbing his great axe. He's like, "Thank you, friend. I will now do battle with the rest of these drakes while you keep that dragon occupied on the ceiling." Ah! And he just runs off with this sword of red breaks her, cutting the lair with his dragon.
Make sure you're facing the microphone when you're talking.
Throwing his breastplate into the oncoming maws of them, smashing them off, uppercutting them with a fist, and then smashing them down with his great sword. Rogar lets out an amazing, defiant roar, bringing his tail down, smashing your pillars that you brought down to him. Rogar falls to the ground, looks directly at you, and brings his tail around, smashing you in your chest, sending you flying at a terminal velocity towards the cavern wall. You know this will be a fatal blow once you hit the side of this mountain. But as you keep closer and closer, you close your eyes, anticipating the impact, but you can feel your velocity slowing to a crawl, and then stop. You open your eyes, and you can see this luminescent figure bathed in a very radiant style light. Soothing to look at. It is Zeegelberg, your halfling friend, celestial warlock, hovering in midair. He has his hands up, and he looks to you. You're not out of the fight yet, my friend. It has nearly just begun, and he sets you back down. Onward and upward, let's go. And then with that, 3 mots of fire surround him and lance out right into Rogar's chest. You know that an ancient dragon is resistant to fire, but this fire is not a normal fire, it is holy fire, and it is righteous. It burns, searing marks onto its soft underbelly, piercing the flesh.
Yeah,
At that moment,
Alex.
you turn around.
Alex.
And
Alex.
You look up and you see the familiar face of Dom.
Alex.
She looks down to you and she's like, "All right,
Alex.
time to be on your ass." And then pulls you up.
Alex.
That she's known to come to appreciate. And that she shows
Alex.
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 Yeah.
We can barely hear what you're saying.
Like as soon as the music came on, you started cutting out a lot.
Like you gotta make sure you're facing the microphone when you're talking.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, that's much better.
Okay, so music, we'll figure that out later. Did you hear any of what I said?
Very
We're
little.
talking about Rogar, the ancient red dragon. Wrathful goes on tantrums, and then Riptar over there went on a full-on
I
spiritual.
heard you describing an epic vision wherein he can see each of us helping to defeat the dragon, but I could not hear specifics.
Yeah, the specifics were really hard to hear.
All right.
Suggest.
So let's go to the Arkan Forge, and let's see what they have for epic soundtrack.
I think the problem is that if you're not using headphones, the microphone is trying to pick up your voice and the sound that's coming out of your speakers at the same time.
Ah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Got you. So, okay, we'll remember that going forward. We'll figure this out. But till then, here we go. We will use this.
That'll work.
Yeah, that works.
That's pretty bad.
Okay, so did anybody hear anything of what I said, or it was drowned out by the music?
It was mostly drowned out.
Okay, I will start over then. Not a problem. All right, so you're in the middle of this hold. The dragon is in front of you. Rogar, and you can see him, your friend Balazar on the ground. Balazar himself is ornately is wearing the ornate plate of Bahamut, this platinum breastplate and plate armor, and his massive greatsword that he wields. He's been knocked to the ground. He is prone. The dragon is about ready to descend upon him with his maw. At that moment, you recall the perfect spell to use for this exact moment in time. You snap your fingers, the green light emanating from your fingertips. Earth erupts from the ground. 3 pillars emerge. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shooting from the ground, rocketing the dragon skyward, pinning him to the surface of the ceiling of the cave. He roars in defiance and is pinned there by these massive earthen pillars. It's at that moment that you've given Balasar the time. He stands up, grabs his greatsword. Thank you, Baladar. Now I shall do battle with the rest of these drakes of this defiant little beast of a chromatic dragon. He just runs off into the direction of
Bahamut for the platinum
Drake.
dragon!
And then just
Yeah.
immediately starts cleaving into them. He grabs one drake by the head and just brings its freaking face into his crown and just boom, headbutts it. Brings the pommel of the greatsword down on another's head, smashing it to the ground, and then completely cleaves through one's neck, removing the head from its shoulders. Rogar is super angry, almost to the point of brimming rage. Fire is pouring from this beast's maw as his tail comes down, smashing the pillars in which you used to pin him to the ceiling. The dragon falls to the ground, turns its gaze to you, pathetic oof, and then swings its tail, smacking you square into the chest. The blow from this massive creature sends you careening at a terminal velocity to the side of the cavern. You know that the impact against this wall will kill you. You close your eyes in anticipation for the eventual death blow. But you eventually feel yourself slowly descending, slowing down, almost to the point of a crawl, and then a complete stop. You open your eyes to see yourself floating there in the midair. And then the figure in front of you is Ziegeldorf, bathed in a complete radiant, glowing light. His eyes brimming, pouring with white light. And he turns to you with a smile on his face. My friend, the fight has just begun. There is no reason to fall off and die yet. And then with that, he snaps his fingers, you fall to the ground, and 3 orbs of light begin to circle around him and shoot towards the massive dragon. Each of these bright motes impacting square against its chest, leaving a glittering brilliance of light around its form, shimmering. When you fall to the ground and begin to get up, you're met with a hand in your face, like an outstretched hand, ashen skin. You look up to see Dawncaller standing there in front of you, a soft smile on her face. She looks down to you. She's like, "Get up, friend. This isn't a place to die," and pulls you to your feet. And so that she runs into the fray, bringing up her bow, notching 3 arrows in it, and then launching them into the dragon. The dragon roars as each one pierces into the underbelly, the exposed flesh, brought to head by the motes of light from Ziegeldorf. Once these arrows impact, she slings the bow over her shoulder, grabbing the daggers from her hips, and then running into the drakes to assist Balasar. She brings one down, goes with the momentum of one drake charging at her, bringing its maw low to sweep at her legs. She rolls over its head, coming down behind it, and then just stabbing into its exposed back, and then grabbing it right underneath of its large skull and piercing the dagger into its throat. It's at this moment you hear a loud cry, not so much a cry, just a defiant roar from a large man you know to be Igneous, and you can see Igneous is now on one knee, the other up, kind of in a kneeling position, with
Like
his
in a superhero
maul,
landing.
his massive maul, underneath the paw of this giant dragon known as Rogar. And Rogar is just slowly bringing his paw down on top of Igneous, as Igneous, try as he might, cannot stand up. Everything he had. Again, you remember the exact spell you need to use at this right moment, and you enhance his abilities with the bull's strength. And then you shout to Igneous, "Igneous now!" And then Igneous just throws the paw up of this dragon and just swings his maul 3 times above his head. boom, cracks the dragon right underneath the jaw, shattering 3 of its fangs from the below and knocking it to the ground. Igneous lets out a loud, triumphant roar, and you see his eyes glaze over. You know this is his rage that is taking hold. He is where he wants to be. He is where he is comfortable, in the thick of battle, on the edge, the razor's edge of life and death. Seeing that, seeing the tides change, seeing the momentum shift, it's at that moment that it fades away. You're met again with the soft fire, the soft music, and the soft conversation of the tavern. And each of the people sharing the table with you, talking in some manner. Now you know with these fragments of fate that the elders have spoken of, that no interference from outside, no outside knowledge from the person participating in them can be given to those that were present. As if it is meddled with in any shape or form, this event may not happen. This must occur naturally. This is knowledge that you have.
Well, shit.
Now, how to convince the rest of us to go along with it?
Tell them about the epic victory you just had.
Wait, this is too epic for a tavern setting. I am sorry.
You want another cable? I got one going to there. I can make one to go like your laptop or right there if you want.
Hey,
As
Eric,
you come
if
to
you-
as well,
that's what
Eridar,
Igneous did, it was beautiful.
the tavern is picked up as well. There's more people in here now. The bards are there. There's music being played. It's a rowdy time.
Did anybody notice me in that trance?
Everybody roll perception to see if you were too engaged with each other, or if each of you had like a chance to like, or were keen enough to witness him kind of phase out from reality.
Oh, I'm at the table?
You're in passing.
Okay.
I got a 21.
13.
Don Collar didn't notice shit. I rolled a 2.
I got a 5. His head is way
That's
too
hitting hard.
Okay, so Don Collar, you and Ziegeldorf are having an
I got a 7 because I have a +5, but I rolled a 2.
Nice.
Still better than my 5.
Still better than 5. So you two are having like an offhanded conversation, talking about your victories. You're telling him about how you won the gambling tourney, and Ziegeldorf is telling you about how he won the bid off.
It
You're
was
really
down to the. He said we didn't need to, but I know better.
You Price is Right, son of a bitch. So you two are a bit absorbed in that. Igneous, you said you rolled a what?
13.
A 13. Balasar, what did you roll?
21.
So Igneous, you're really intently listening to this, because this is the first this is like what Ziegeldorf is talking about is intriguing to you. Like people gathered around items, putting price to them, and then requesting prices to pay for it. This is something foreign to you. This is an interesting concept. This is not practiced in your life.
Why don't you just pay what it's worth? It just
Balasar, however, you see as Eridar takes down his shot. You see his form go stiff. Not stiff like he's had too much, but stiff like he might be out of his wits. Like he might be he might be dull.
So Balazar is like taking a swig of a drink as he notices out of the corner of his eye, and he'll like slam his mug down, and then he'll like slam the table with his hand right in front of Eridar, like, "Hey, wake up! They're speaking about the championship events over there and how they won. You need to pay attention. Don't be rude."
So that is exactly what brings you back to reality. Actually, Balazar just. Hey, buddy!
Stop being rude. You're not paying attention, and they're putting lots of effort into their stories.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. Just listen and remember of the honor and the glories. That's what we're here for, yes? That's what you came for.
You're right. I mean, I came for something different,
the
but
price change?
we all celebrate.
Now, glories in economy may not be as exciting to listen to, but nonetheless, they are glorious.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'll pay more attention.
All
Just-
right,
just
all
know
right,
that-
excellent.
We are destined to have met. This is fate.
Absolutely. We are all champions, it sounds. Absolutely, we're destined to meet. Champions flock together. Even pseudo champions. Like,
So
I might
can
be-
they know that I'm a seer?
They
Or
they
rather
can know
that-
they can know you're a seer. They just from what you remember, they can't know how intimately your fates are tied, what you guys will influence, what you will end up doing. It needs to occur organically.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
are you
So-
okay? Do you need to stop drinking? Is that the problem? Are you falling asleep?
I think
No,
I may
no.
need to stop
He needs
drinking.
another.
I need another.
He needs more tequila.
More
More
spicy
drinking
drink?
is counterintuitive.
More spicy drink?
That
More
sounds
spicy?
counterintuitive, friend. I don't know.
All right, I'll have another.
Donald hears you from the other side of the bar, and he's like, "Another,
Another.
All right. One more for the road. How about that? One more for the road."
You ready for my con? I don't want to roll. This is gonna be a bad roll.
All right, and he pours the drink for you. And he's like, "Yep, go ahead and make a con save."
Oh Lord.
You can do
Can't
it.
drink
Go,
alone. We should
go,
probably all
go.
do one.
No? Oh,
Sick.
oh.
So your throat's a little bit raw from the last one, and you take this one down. You're just like, "Ugh." It kind of comes up a little bit, but you're like, you kind of hold it in your mouth, and you're just like, "Ugh." It burns terribly this time.
Delicious vomit. It's so great.
I'll take another one.
Absolutely. One more for the champion, and he pours it for you.
Yeah, champions!
Con save?
Yeah, go ahead and make a con save, please.
I got a 15 on mine.
15.
1
All
5.
right.
Yep.
All right, Don Collar, what'd you get?
I got a 14.
14. Pretty good rolls all around. Just as pleasant as the first time. At this time, a little bit warmer. It leaves you feeling just the slightest hints of fuzzy. Just a little bit. It's a little bit. There's a little bit of sway in your posture.
All right, who trying to get litty though?
Is that, Pointy Ear Man, tell me more about this Yolanda lady.
Well, Belisar,
Does she
Yolanda!
actually, uh,
she was supposed to know
Yolanda.
everything about where I'm from, and she will be taking me to the Library of Knowledge
Oh,
to figure out
A
how I
woman
came
of-
back to my universe.
woman of knowledge, yes, very attractive.
Does she have the feminine features?
Would you
We
describe
Yeah,
her
go
brain
ahead.
as thick?
We're professionals. Yes. All right. So,
Poor Alex. He's never gonna live that down.
So, the rest of the evening is filled with newly found companionship around the gathering, around the common, the shared interests of glory that has been acquired by each of you to some level, or not. Would Ziegeldorf be sitting with them as well?
If that's the only place to sit, otherwise he'd be with the halfling, or not halfling, the half-orc guy.
Oh, the half orc is joining you. It is the
Yeah.
only place to sit.
So then yeah, we'd be here.
So the half
You
orc
can turn anywhere.
is sitting next to you, Don Collar, and Ziegeldorf is sitting next to Igneous. And conversations being made. Time is passing.
I feel like a small pickle between these two large slices of bread.
What?
All right, that's a devil's gambit.
Marty,
I'm a really smart guy. Wallace kind of turns to you and he cocks his eyebrow and he's like,
That's an interesting way of like putting it, but I mean, I guess I understand the analogy.
Yo, Rob,
Okay,
thank you for the
so
follow, my
everyone
dude.
at the table, make me a perception check, please.
Just did a perception, but I don't remember my thing. Okay.
17 plus 5. 22.
I got 19.
Okay, so 22 for Eridar, 19 for Balasar. What did Igneous get?
4.
4. Okay. And Dawncaller?
Excellent question. Sorry.
Yeah. yeah.
We'll call that a 25? 24. 24.
Nice. So, Igneous, you're just really in to the liquor that's been given to you. It's still very foreign. It's still very interesting. You're just trying to figure out there's got to be some way that I can bring this back home. And it's just like I hope this travels well. You're just really enamored with it. The rest of you, however, are able to see a small dog kind of come in underneath Harvard's legs. And this dog is not mangy, but its hair is definitely, its fur, excuse me, is definitely overgrown. Very shaggy. And the dog doesn't, each of you did roll high enough. You can see that this dog is not behaving like a normal dog would. Its tail is not wagging excitedly. It's not looking around like excitedly, like it's entering a new environment it wishes to explore. It almost looks very determined and very purposeful in its strides.
Dog companion?
As it comes in through here, and then I've got something for a dog real quick. Let me see if I've got something. Let me see.
Is the dog hurt?
I have something for the dog. No, I do not. Okay, so we will use this.
We will.
Rock you?
Ah.
Is the dog hurt?
No, there's the dog right there. The dog does not appear to be hurt. But Eridar, what did you roll for your perception again?
22.
You can tell that this isn't actually a dog. This is an individual that is shapeshifted into a dog. You could recognize this by the odd behavior patterns from the dog itself. There were dogs in the Yoko tribe. They were used for hunting, companionship, and other things of that nature. Its behavior patterns are in line with people that shapeshift into animals and vicariously act through that form. So you know this dog is not what it seems.
It's not a real dog.
So what can I do?
What would you like to do?
I don't know. I don't have any
Call it a
spells.
cat dog.
Wait. If you know it's a ship-shaped dog or ship-shaped, whatever.
Shapeshifted.
It's not a real dog. Yeah. You know
That dog right
Druidcraft.
there is ship shape.
He knows druidic. If the wolf or dog is a druid, he could try and pass a message to the dog.
Druids do share a special language called Druidic
Okay.
that only
True.
no, kind of like thieves can't, but more elegant.
Can he hear
And,
me from where I'm at? If I yell?
I would say that the dog has come this far. The dog is, as said before, those that noticed it, purposefully striding in, avoiding all attempts to pet it, avoiding all attempts to interact with it, and just directly striding towards the tavern bar.
Desafsanov! Ustengakatesinia.
That's ever legit.
Oh, that was the.
That's fucking inspiration, okay?
That was nice.
So you have 2 points of inspiration, so you can use those, just to remind everybody, it's been a while, you can use your inspiration to re-roll a skill check, an attack roll, or any other type of roll that has failed, or before you roll, you can cash in your inspiration and use it to do one of those things at advantage.
Is there a way to mark on this sheet that I have 2 inspiration points or no?
You
No,
can
just one. You can put note. You can put it in your notes, but
Yeah,
in D&D,
you have to put it in your notes.
it's the highlight.
Okay.
You can mark 1 inspiration on the character sheet, like
Yeah.
right in between your head help. Yeah, but it only lets you put 1 in there.
Yeah.
Or you could just save yourself time. Use 1 right now for something incredibly stupid, so that way you only have to worry about the 1 mark.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
that.
Yeah, do that.
Stupid stuff.
That sounds like a really stupid idea too.
Nick's a shit poster. What can we say?
Okay. So yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
Did he respond?
Absolutely. Call out to the dog, and as soon as you call out in Druidic, the dog's form stops, and then its head looks directly at you, and it turns its head back forward. What did you say exactly in Druidic?
Who are you and why are you here?
Oh yeah, that's important.
Yeah, it was amazing, but I need to know what you said. I mean,
Yeah. No, that makes
That was
sense.
so good.
That makes sense.
So who are you and why are you here? The dog kind of looks at you. It doesn't glare, but it squints its eyes at you, curiously,
Squinty boy.
and then keeps walking forward.
So you didn't understand me?
He stopped and looked at you. I feel like that's a pretty good indication he understood you.
You got his attention. He just doesn't want to pay attention to you.
You are beneath his notice.
You can still, I'm just moving it. I'm just saying it walks forward, but at any time when I'm narrating something, guys, feel free to interrupt me and then interact with the scene and how it unfolds.
Okay.
So
Eridar is very irritated that he didn't respond and is now
Okay.
very worried. And he wants to get in front of the dog, draw his sword, and stab the floor in front of him and demand an answer.
Whoa, Jesus, man!
Something doesn't
I'm
feel
gonna
right.
Jump up and put a hand on his chest and be like, hey, buddy, it's just a happy dog.
Something doesn't feel
Balthazar
right.
immediately stands up and slaps the table with his hands. What are you doing? What's wrong?
This dog is not a dog.
all right.
Dude, the
Fucking
dog's
looks
probably
just
like,
like a
what the
dog."
fuck, man?
So as you stab your sword into the ground, the dog sees it. It doesn't react, but it stops. It stops where it's at. It doesn't flinch. It doesn't yelp. It sees the sword. It acknowledges it, and it gives it its space. Like it respects the steel, and it sits down. And it
Is
kind
that
of
your dog?
Huh?
Is that your dog that you just tell him to sit in some weird druidic way?
I don't know who this is, but he is definitely not an animal. He is a shapeshifter.
What? Balazar will pull out. Balazar pulls out his morning star. Who? Deception! Why? We're celebrating.
I'm gonna grab my maul and go, you can do that? What?
how many drinks has Balasar had? 2, right?
No. Well, I mean 3 because he had a double.
I think he
Yep, and
failed
it's
all the rolls.
Okay,
too,
so
didn't he?
go ahead and like make me a con save to see how this exact scene would fall. Let's see if you can hold your
Pull my sword out. What? Come on.
yeah. Let's see how well you can hold your liquor. Just see how this scene.
Okay. All right. Con save.
Yes, please.
18. Eat
Nice.
that.
You are tried and true in the ways of drinking. Your dull senses do not affect you. It actually you have a sharp moment of clarity because you feel that your flight or fight response is being triggered, and fight is on the table right now. So you grab your morning star, pound it into the table, and erupt the speech that you said, and then just start deliberately striding, I'm assuming, over to that area where Eridar's at.
I move behind Dawncaller,
Mhm.
like just north of the fire pit and the table there, kind of blocking off if he tries to run back the other way.
Okay, so like right there?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, Igneous, what are you doing?
I got my hand on Ardar's chest, going, hey, buddy, what's going on? And then as I see Balasar kind of get up in arms, I equip my maul.
Okay, Ziegeldorf, are you doing anything in particular?
Ziegler is using prestidigitation to clean up the mess of all the pounding on the table everyone just did. Sawyer Blake should not be whatever he is. No problem.
All right, what
No
is
problem.
Don Collar doing?
Don Collar's trying to calm everyone down, like, guys, even if it's not just a dog, you can't expect them to change back into their normal form in the middle of a crowded bar and they'll be naked.
True.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so the dog takes a moment. It looks at you again, and this time you can see that it has like a look of like not defeat but annoyance. It's just like it's kind of glaring at you, like, really, dude, really. And it sighs. It's like, and then you can see that the familiar light of shapeshifting begins to encompass its form, coalesces around it, kind of in a swirl that develops into a large orb that completely envelops their whole body. And then it begins to shrink away. And as it shrinks away, it reveals this very tall figure. This figure is tall. It is furred. It is bipedal. And it is canine-like. Balazar, it stands... how tall are you in Igneous again?
Balazar's 6'5".
Mm-hmm. And Igneous?
6'2".
So he stands in between Balazar and Igneous at about 6'3". He's this figure is stout, quite muscular. You can see the muscle underneath the fur, and has a maned mohawk from the top of his head, going back, kind of braided together with some feathers in it, and two canine-like ears on top of its head, with somewhat of a small snout and nose with a scar, almost like in a claw pattern going across their mouth. They have claws and feet. Looks to you and kind of cocks its eyebrow and is like, "All right, I'm in my normal form now. Is this acceptable?"
It is. Why are you here?
I'm here to issue a warning to Mr. Vertwit.
Is that Donald?
Huh?
Is that Donald? Mr. Berkowitz?
Yeah, to Mr. Vertwit, the impromptu leader of the Landar town.
Oh, okay. Is he here?
Huh?
Is he here?
Yeah. Donald, absolutely. Donald would have came up, like, he is in the midst of, excuse me, let me get my pinger out. He is in the midst of walking around the bar as, like, this whole commotion goes on. And kind of stops on the outside, right here on the rug. And Harvard has made his way absolutely over and is standing behind you, Balazar. And Donald is like, "I heard my name. Is everything okay? I just came over. I saw the commotion. Mr. Eridar, you all right?"
This druid shapeshifter says he has a warning for you.
Really? Do you feel he can be trusted?
I'm not sure. Can I roll persuasion or perception for that?
Insight. You can make me an insight check.
Insight. I can't +3 unless I'm proficient, right?
No, you get your wisdom modifier if you're not proficient. If you're proficient, you get your modifier and proficiency. But if you're not proficient, you just get the modifier. So what's your wisdom modifier?
3.
Yeah, so you would get the +3.
Which isn't bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you proficient with it?
No.
Then you just get +3.
Oh, whatever. It's a 19. 19 plus 3. So
22,
22, yeah.
Listening to the speaking patterns. First, actually roll me a nature check. We'll keep your 22. I'll keep that in the back of my mind, but make me a nature check so you can identify what this creature is. And Don Collar, you do that as well.
Okay.
Nature. I got 9 plus 4, 13.
13, okay.
Nine.
Yes.
Just a flat 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so the canine-like features are very familiar to you, Don Collar.
Okay.
You've had these creatures described to you before, but you just can't recall their name. You know that they're very tribal, and some might call them even warlike. Eridar, you know this. You said you got a 14.
13.
13. You know this creature to be a gnoll. Gnolls are, by nature, from what has been collected on them, violent, very territorial, and outsiders from civilized civilization. However, from the way this creature spoke to you, how forward, how direct it was, and how kind of offhandedly it was too, you have no reason to believe that they are trying to hide anything or be deceptive. They were too blunt for that.
Okay. All right, Donald. I think he can be trusted.
Well, all right. Please. I am at disadvantage here. You know my name, but I do not know yours. As Donald turns to the gnoll. What is your name? First, let us start with that. And then the gnoll kind of turns to him and he's like, Zaz. Zaz is my name.
Now, Mr. Vertwin, I have come to you with a warning. No, now, first, let me start. The warning that I am giving you, I am no way tied to. This is a courtesy out of my respect for the balance of nature and order. I believe the scales are being tipped in a manner which is beneficial to nobody. And I essentially want to give you and the people of this town the warning to know that trouble is coming. And trouble it will be. So, enough on elaborate words. Let me get to the brass tacks as I should. Merkel Bloodclaw's warband is coming. Now, Mr. Vertwit, you should know that name well.
And as soon as he gets done saying Bloodclaw, you see Vertwit's eyes kind of like harden and his brow furrows.
Can I make a history check on that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Just see if I've heard it.
Yeah. Anybody who is proficient in history or who has some ties of knowledge to tribal-like races is more than welcome to make this history check.
18.
Okay.
So I would say Dawncaller and Eridar. Balazar, I don't think you have proficiency in history. Would you have dealt with any type of races like that? Would there have been
I don't imagine. I mean, we always kind of described them as like secluded and almost xenophobic.
Okay, so no then. Igneous, I'm assuming no as well.
I got a 3. Fucking hell.
This history is too old for you.
I'm in this world.
I'm not even from this universe, so it doesn't even matter.
True. Dawncaller, what did you roll?
A 5.
Yo, Dogcaller with the really shit rolls. What's going on, dude?
Look,
So you got another 9?
No, I got a 5.
Oh boy. And what did Ziegeldorf get?
3. Or no, sorry, 18.
18. Okay, so each of you at the name Merkel Bloodclaw, it doesn't ring a resound with you at all. And then something of a warband as well. It definitely sounds bad. For that you do know, but you don't know how bad. Ziegeldorf, however. Ziegeldorf, you know, however,
no
that...
R. Ziegeldorf.
Ziegeldorf?
Dolph.
It's Dorf with an accent.
Okay.
It's Dorf with an accent, okay? Ziegeldorf.
Ziegeldorf, you, however, at the mention of Merkel Bloodclaw and the warband, you stiffen. You've heard tales of her. Your children get told tales of Merkel Bloodclaw. She is a ferocious plains that inhabits the overlapping plains of Ursanon, the western continent. Her and her gnolls have wandered around, laying waste to small villages and otherwise colonies outside of the protection of the Akutri Empire on the western continent. She usually preys on unguarded places, but for her to make a move on somewhere such as Landar, you know that is bold and way outside of her MO. Donald, he's like, you see his expression sour immediately, and he turns to Zaz and he's like, "You mean to tell me Bloodclaw's still alive after that wound I dealt her? She plans on coming here. I thought she only messed with small towns and colonies."
Zaz, yes. Normally she does. She does, definitely. But, there has been an outsider that came to the pack. And, brought with him knowledge. Bad knowledge, very bad. Disgusting. Smells terrible, too. But very bad.
Icky.
Profane in nature, one would say. What he did to some of the pack is disgusting. An abomination to nature and the natural order. Flesh ripped, flesh tore, as if by claw and teeth, and warped into new structures and being. Something new, something foreign, something disgusting. Also, this individual brought training. I don't know how he persuaded Bloodclaw to listen to him. He did. She's more organized now. She practices almost militaristic tactics. This would be the third town she set her eye on. As soon as she heard that you were the boss, she immediately set out. She plans to lay siege here. That was 3 days ago. By my time and how long it took me to travel, I would say you have 1 day till there's siege laid to your town.
Does this have anything to do with my vision?
This. At the mention of an individual being unspeakable things, your hair kind of stands up. Before you were sent out, you do remember them saying this was the place where the tipping point in the balance of the two nations and the world, in your world, was fractured and everything spun out of control here at in this place.
It's happening again, is what I say, like under my breath.
Dawncaller, how Zaz described what happened to some of the other gnolls is quite in line with what happened that day
when I died?
When you died, yes.
No.
At your tribe to determine the next elder.
She's gonna say, shit, not again. Without the laugh, because of course that would not be funny to her, but it's kind of funny to me.
Right.
Dying is funny to me.
And so Zaz looks at him and he's like, "Now, as I said before, I am not tied with these individuals in any way, shape, or form. I'm not. I am merely a druid. I observe, I watch, and I enjoy peace and fucking quiet. So, I stick with it. I just saw what he did to the pack and the other individuals, the gnolls, and I know it was not right, not natural, disgusting. Yeah.
You say there are other druids. I need to know more about this.
What did you say?
You say there are other druids. I need to know more about this.
Well, I mean, there are druids through Ursanon. I'm just one of them. I'm one of many. I'm a druid. I don't know of any other druids. Kind of stuck to myself.
Does Barthar ring any bells to you?
Who now?
The name, Barthar.
Barthar. No, I can't say it does. Sorry.
Alright, continue.
Sound like he's the damn imp.
But anyways, so this is a travesty to the natural order. And I don't like it. So I'm here to warn you, Mr. Vertwit. You might want to prepare. My job's done.
So did Don Collar hear Eridar mutter under his breath that it's happening again?
You can make me a perception check, please. Each of you, if you wish. Actually, yeah. Balasar, you're kind of out of earshot. So you could still make a perception check to maybe read his lips, but yours will be a little bit more difficult. The rest of everybody else at the table can definitely make me a perception check for their auditory senses to see if they can do that.
Yeah. I was too worried. Contemplating what I've heard.
Okay.
Which was not good.
Igneous, since you are the closest, what did you roll?
I rolled 6.
6, okay. Don Collar?
22.
22. You definitely heard him. Igneous, not so much. Balazar, what did you roll?
I got a 13.
13? No, you're not able to read his lips. His face is partially obscured. It's turned away from you. You're not able to make out what he's saying. Don Collar, however, you do hear his voice cut through the extremely quiet tavern, and you're able to hear exactly what he said. It's happening.
Well, she's gonna be very. She's gonna kind of take that and run with it, because if it's happening again, that means he knows something that's going on with a pattern of this thing that's killing both her tribe and the group of gnolls. So he might know something about what killed her tribe.
Okay. All right. So yeah, take the fucking wheel and unfold that scene.
So did the gnoll take off, or is he just standing
Oh,
there?
no. He's still kind of there. He's like in the midst of like delivering the message. Like that sentence was uttered a while ago. So we'll have this you will have your interjection occur like midway through the conversation. So you feel free to interject anytime.
She'll pull Eridar off to the side and like kind of like whisper to him like, "What do you know about this?
Listen,
What do you mean it's happened before?"
I don't know that it's happened in this universe, but in my universe, a very, very dark battle happened. And the High Druid that was mentoring me, and I was supposed to take his place, he was about to be attacked. And it was a result of all this battle going on, all these wars. And I got sent here by this dark, strange shadow of a man, and that's all I know, and that's why I need to talk to Yolanda so that we can get to the bottom of this.
Couldn't resist.
Continuity.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that it has happened in this universe. It happened to my tribe. It killed every single person in my tribe, including me.
Well, my tribe is a tribe of seers. We can't intervene with the future. We can't intervene with what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, or yesterday. I can't say more. But what I can say is that we are all in danger. And we need to be at arms and ready.
I knew that. I died once already. I'm not keen to do it again.
We just need to be ready. We need to be
Are
ready.
you guys having a conversation
Are they
quietly?
being loud enough now? I can jump in.
Yeah. I mean, are you guys having this conversation quietly, or is it just like normal tone?
It's like it started quiet, and then after he's like, "I can't tell you what's gonna happen," Dog Collar's like, "You better tell me, because I'm really not keen on dying again, thank you."
And the group hears that.
Yeah.
Dying? Who is dying? What is about to happen? What are you talking
I'm
about?
still confused if we're fighting Dogman or not. Is Dogman cool or what?
It would seem that we are all in grave danger.
Yes, yeah, definitely say that really loud in a crowded tavern.
Yeah, so everybody in the tavern is like kind of like looking around like,
I'll turn over to Donald. Donald, what did he say? What is going on?
And Donald kind of looks to you with like a sour expression. The age upon his face is showing now. You can see the wrinkles very creased. His expression, once very light and mirthful, is now dour and serious. He turns to you and he's like, "My friend Balasar, what Zaz here is mentioned, Merkel Bloodclaw, a gnoll, a very savage one I've done battle with and I thought killed, dealt a mortal blow to her. Somehow acquired resources and training, and is now laying sieges to towns like mine. You know what a siege is, correct?"
Yeah.
Apparently she's doing that and then taking them at their weakest, overwhelming them and invading them. It's very uncommon for gnolls. Gnolls are very...
Oh, we're killing this guy.
So they're coming here?
They're essentially, yes, is what they said. A day's time, they will be here to lay siege to the town. If you've ever been a part of a siege, on the receiving or the giving end, neither pleasant or either.
What can we...
Sorry, I gotta get the right accent. Surely the gods can help. Yeah?
Not even the guards can save us from this.
The gods and the gods.
Then it would be prudent.
So,
Yeah?
should we kill the messenger? If he's going to be part of the siege?
No, he's not part of the siege.
Zaz kind of throws up his hands like, I literally just said that when I came in. I was like, not part of this.
This isn't my battle. I just want things to go back to normal so I can go back to my manicure.
Just so we're clear, I'm not murdering the dogman.
No,
I think
we're not.
Igneous,
This whole place is backwards. I don't know. Okay, we're not killing
this
them. I
one
guess.
time we're not supposed to kill them.
Well, we could start by...
So we're friends with the dogman?
Yes, the
Dogman, you
role
wanna
is
be
our
friends?
friend. He warned us of impending doom.
Okay. Cool. Dogman,
Stay
you're cool.
your able hand, Igneous. Stay your able hand. Another
Put them all
time.
away.
Wait, what? What's his name? The dogman's name?
Zaz.
Saz?
Yeah, Zaz.
As to
Dawn
your
Color's gonna
tequila,
kind
we're
of,
drinking
she's gonna
tequila,
kind of
bud.
cradle her head in her hands, like spirits above, give me the strength.
Yeah, Donald kind of turns...
Donald, is he cool? Can he have tequila with us?
What up?
He wants the Knoll to drink with him.
What the hell? This is no time for drinking. We should flee, yeah?
We're either murdering him or we're still celebrating him, I bet. I
Gods
don't know.
cannot handle this. Flee. It is the sensible thing to do, yeah?
No, we should probably fight and not allow the townspeople to be slaughtered.
But what?
We can't do it on our own, though.
Well, I'm sure the town has some kind of able guards. Like, let's recruit the guards, tell them what's going to happen, and prepare for a siege.
Donald, you're in charge. Donald, you would. I really like saying Donald in that accent. Donald,
I know, it's great.
Donald, what can we do? Where would we be best to help?
He sighs and he's like,
I'll be right back.
"Well, listen, I appreciate your gusto, and I appreciate your motivation. But as Mr. Surefoot has said, and I said, a siege isn't pretty. And as he said, the sensible thing would be for you to flee. This is my town's problem. I would not involve you in it. But if you're that determined to staying and help fight, I could use the hand. But if you do wish to leave, if I'm correct, there, like you in Zaz, yes, you said they're a days out.
Yes.
Then the main road is probably not the place to go then. There's a series of aqueducts underneath the town. Now, those that don't wish to fight, and he's speaking at a louder tone right now, kind of addressing the whole tavern. Those that don't wish to fight are more than welcome to go to the aqueducts beneath the town and escape below. They should exit to the river to the south. There you should be safe. Those that do wish to fight and stay, I will not force you, but I will talk to the. I will get to the armory and talk to the blacksmith, and we will see about what we can do with a day's time of prep to arm everyone.
Not the whole town, please?
As I said before, Mr. Surefoot, anybody who wishes to flee is more than welcome. But some of the people here were born here, want to die.
That is awfully morbid.
Balazar returned to the tavern right after and was like, "Do not flee, do not fear. Many fighters, good ones like Igneous here, champions, will fight with you and help defend you if you stay as well. Do not flee. Face your enemies.
Okay.
Drive them for you."
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check at advantage.
At advantage. Oh, persuasion. What's my bonus?
Charisma.
Oh, what the hell? It just has a plus. Oh, I did not dump into charisma, so. 18.
18.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good roll. All right. So, as you turn to the people and address them, and kind of like your arms sweeping out, thumping your chest, and then kind of slapping Igneous's shoulder, people recognize him as the champion of the melee, and a lot of the townsfolk, some of the more stronger looking ones as well, kind of straighten their backs and steel their eyes, and they kind of mumble around from each other. One of them kind of pops up. "Yes, this is my town. I will stay here. I will not let anybody take it from me." And a woman stands up. We'll fight. We'll see these fucking gnolls through. We'll put them down. And then, like,
My axe.
most of the people, yeah, you have my axe. Essentially, that's what's happening right now. Most of the townsfolk are like rallying to your banner.
I had hoped to start anew here. I suppose it would look poor on me if I fled the first sign of trouble. I suppose I will help. I am a simple candy maker, but I will do what I can. Yeah?
Little man, you have a place too. Everyone can help.
I'm just excited by all the energy in the room, so I'm holding my maul above my head, going, "Yeah, yeah, yeah."
Can we use the weather that's happening in a day's time to our advantage?
You would need to know what the weather is.
Okay, then I want to cast a cantrip, a Druidcraft.
Okay.
I want to create a tiny, harmless sensory effect that predicts the weather at your location for the next 24 hours.
Heck yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and roll me percentile, and we will determine what the weather is based on that.
Per what?
Percentile die. A D10 and a D100.
Holy shit. I have 100 dice?
No, just roll and
Just roll.
If I had my camera up, I would show you what they are, but I don't, so...
Hold on.
And the one has numbers 0 through 9. And the other one has 00 through 90.
Oh, okay. I see the 00 through 90. I'm going to roll that one first.
Yeah. Roll both those.
those.
Okay, so I got this one. That one was a 90.
Come here, buddy. Come here, Smokey.
Hell yeah.
And then, what was the other one?
The same one that's shaped like that.
Or you can just roll that one and take the number and say that's the 1. So the first one was the 10, the second's the 1.
So this one? A 7?
So 97.
97. That's pretty high. So you know what? Since you rolled really high, what do you want the weather to be?
It depends what's going to be our advantage.
Would rain help us?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's gonna obscure the Gnoll's eyesight the most?
I think mist and rain would obscure their sight.
I'm fairly certain hellfire from above would also be very beneficial.
Probably not. Most buildings are would.
Spaghetti.
Oh, true.
That's true.
Spaghetti. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
There we go. Distract them all.
Okay.
They'll be too busy eating.
So you essentially, what I'm getting is that you essentially want something to lay obscuration on the field. So you
Okay,
want
well, also think about how cold it's going to be because gnolls have fur, and humans and humanoids do not. So they're going to be fine in their warm, toasty hides, and we're going to be freezing our asses off. So mist.
Well, we've got shelters in the town and everything, and they're going to be out in the cold outside the walls.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have?
They're under the same effects they are.
And,
So we have
and I can
the
see
same-
I can see in the dark. So
I can see in the dark. Look at me.
If you make it like ultra muddy, I can pass without difficulty through earthen or stone terrain.
So I will give the group 2 minutes. 2 minutes to decide what they want the weather to be.
shit.
Rain.
Chocolate rain.
I am the candy maker.
I mean,
Not about that.
I don't know. I'm down with the rain and the mist. I think it's
All right.
going to hurt them more than it's going to hurt them.
I'll take a step away.
Mist, fog, is this the same thing? I don't know. English is hard.
I'm all about that close range attacks. So yeah,
Yep.
let's
Keep
go
in
soon.
mind,
So no range attacks get me.
keep in mind, a lot of the spells need sight. So if you can't see the target, you can't really cast a spell on it.
It's okay. I can see
Yeah.
60 feet through shades of gray.
Yes, but if it's obscured, you cannot.
Yeah,
Is what I'm saying.
through 60 shades of gray.
I got it. Bright, sunny day.
Yep, that'll work.
Dogs can't sweat.
But they perspirate.
Dogs don't perspirate; they pant.
But through their paws, no?
Now this is what I agree with us. We should have like, if it's daylight, just a bright, clear day. If it's night, then essentially like a full, well-lit moon, something where we can clearly see.
Bright sunlight because we can drink water and they'll be forced to drink from streams and maybe they'll get dysentery and then die and then we'll be
Why
done.
not?
Okay, I like that idea. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Sure.
Oh, do the dog people have spells? Do they cast, or are they range attacks? Or are they all up close and personal?
I don't think we know that yet.
One of them's a druid, excuse me.
I think they're mostly up close.
Okay, well then let's give ourselves the advantage with the range attacks.
What?
So lots of line of sight and everything.
So bright,
And I can
sunny
use
day.
javelins.
Okay, so bright, sunny day it is.
Sure.
Right now, I got that going all the way.
Alex, the children have decided.
Some candy because it's on the cusp of cheat day.
I want candy.
All right. So, what has the group decided on what they want the weather to be?
Bright, sunny day.
You don't want to see it happening down here.
So when I hear bright sunny day, I'm thinking like fucking really bright, really sunny, like
Hot sunny day.
extremely hot. Got it. So you know, Eric, that the weather.
If possible, the sun's to our backs and in the eyes of our enemy. We want tons of visibility.
That's more of a time of day thing than a weather.
No, that is weather too, because that's about cloud cover during that time frame.
Well, that's just a sunny day, but for sun to the backs and all, that's a time frame.
But you know that for tomorrow's weather forecast, as you create this small globe in your hand, the small globe, you've seen this done before by the elders, by your what was your mentor's name again? I heard you say it. It was Barador?
Barthar.
Barthar. Let me find my pencil. Smokey, did you eat my pencil?
Thank you.
Is he?
Yes.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, Smoker, do your get kisses. Okay, Baradar. Let me write that name down.
Bartharr.
Bartharr. Barathar has shown you this before. This globe will resonate a certain color for the weather in that future, and however brightly and strongly illuminates will also help determine how intense that weather will be. So this globe that you've created, this clear globe with no color or anything, immediately has in itself this bright mott of orange light that starts at the center, furls out, and then encompasses the whole globe. And it gets to the point where the light in your hand is just is pouring out and cascading onto other things as well. This is very bright orange light. You know that it is going to be an extremely sunny day. Essentially, no clouds in the sky at all throughout the whole day. It is going to be record high temperatures.
Cook them in their furs. Yeah.
Hang on. Can I prepare a spell?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to prepare water.
Create water?
Yeah, create or destroy water.
Okay, so you can do that at the beginning of any day. As a druid, you prepare your spells for the day, correct?
Yes.
Yep, at the beginning of the day, you can prepare spells.
Okay.
And do that. So at the mention of this weather pattern, Zaz's ears kind of perk up, and he's like,
Well, they shouldn't really like that much. I'm not gonna like it. It gets so blasted hot. I don't like it. That's why I stick to the forest.
Oh,
Nice
it's terrible
and
on the chocolate.
and Zaz's ears perk up. Chocolate.
What is chocolate?
For a treat, my friend. And Zigodorf gives him a sample.
And you whip out
What
like
he's got.
a small chocolate bar
Yeah.
from your pocket that has traveled well.
Chocolate. I heard chocolate's not good for dogs.
How many spells can I create at a time?
It's your level plus. Look it up.
Yeah, Nick will look it up and he will let you know.
Okay.
So Zaz takes the chocolate bar from Ziegeldorf. He takes off the little paper coating on it and pops it in his mouth, and his ears are kind of flat before he starts eating. He kind of sniffs it and puts it in his mouth, and his ears immediately perk up. His eyes widen. He's like,
This is delicious. This is amazing.
and you said the heat doesn't treat chocolate well?
Oh, it tends to get all runny and melty.
Damn the heat, then.
Much like ice.
Preserve the chocolate.
But he's like, oh,
I'm sorry, digress. Yes, predominantly too, they are plains gnolls, but they mainly stick up north. So they prefer the colder, more frigid climate. Yeah. Hot.
So you
hot won't like.
You can prepare your wisdom modifier plus your levels. You're currently a level 1 druid, and you have a 3 wisdom modifier, so you can prepare 4 spells.
4 level 1.
Hell yeah. Oh, people are they're gonna get fucked.
You can cast 2 a day, but you can only prepare 4.
Does that make sense?
Totally cool with me.
So out of the 4 you prepare, you can only cast 2 of them.
Yep.
All right.
Or the same one twice.
Cable's a little warm, but it should be okay.
So Donald kind of looks at you all and he's like, well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you to each of you. First things first, though. Since we're going under siege, we need to bar the doors. We need to bar the gates. Make sure nothing gets in or out. Harvard. And Harvard kind of perks up at the mention of his name, Roger. He's like, oh, she need devils. What I need you to do, Harvard, is I need you to go out to the fields, to the farm fields outside. I need you to inform every one of the citizens residing outside of the gates of what is happening. They need to know. I need to know they need to come inside and hunker down with us. If they are left outside, they will not survive. We need to bring them in. And Harvard's like, on it, too easy. Little Susie and her family live out there. I won't see her die. She's been nice to me. She gets her little dollies. We sit down, we play with them, and she makes me tea.
She pets him.
She's sweet as a peach, that girl. And Harvard's like, I'll get on that right away. And Donald's like, Harvard, it's well into the evening. I'll say I'm getting on it right now. And he walks outside. All right. So what is the party doing at this moment? This information has been put down. Donald has informed you that most of the town is willing to fight raise the banner and try and repel the siege. Not many seem like they wish to feel. If I had to give you a percentage, it seems that about 85% of the town is willing to stay and fight. The rest of the remaining, I believe that's 15. The 15%, though, feel that discretion is the better part of valor and wish to take the aqueducts. Does any of the party wish to go with individuals fleeing?
I'm here to fight.
All right.
I'm taking up residence, so it would be poor of me to want to like live somewhere and then just leave as soon as I get there.
Balazar?
Fight, yeah.
Igneous?
Yeah, duh.
Just have hell yes, hell's the
I am
law.
doing whatever the party's doing because it seems like fighting is the thing to do. So yeah, you have my hammer.
I have a nail for you.
How does Dawncaller feel about this?
Well, she might not feel any particular kinship with the people here, but she's really not keen on seeing everybody die just like her tribe did, so she'll stick around.
Okay.
Yeah.
More now. All right. So each of
And
you.
then there was an adventuring party.
Each of you kind of give your 2 cents to Donald as he kind of asks you. He kind of pulls you all together, and he was like, as Zaz gets done delivering his message, Zaz kind of goes to one of the corners of the tavern and sits down because he asked you, Ziegeldorf, for more chocolate, and I'm assuming you would give it to him.
Yeah.
And so he goes to the corner over here, and he's just like, I'm just fucking eating at that chocolate. Wallace is over here at one of the corners.
The plan is I give him all the chocolate, then he goes out and creates a bunch of mines for them to step in.
God damn it. All right, there we go. He's kind of wandered over there, contemplating his decision. Donald, however, kind of brings all of you together and looks to you, and he sits you down at the table. Actually, let's kind of gather you guys up. There we go.
Okay.
And he sets it like the head of the table over here to the 12 o'clock. And then looks to each of you and he's like, all right, now listen. Each of you seem... I've traveled a bit. I've been around. I know adventurers and unique individuals when I see them. So, I know that what was initially said that the town's going to fight. Now that I kind of gauged each of your reactions and saw your responses, I wanted to talk to you as a group. Kind of seems that you're kind of gravitating toward. How do you individuals feel about staying here and helping with the siege? I could use some able and competent hand. Honestly, if I were to be honest, I don't think we're going to stand much of a chance. We don't get some help.
Yeah, not with that attitude.
No. Put me in my place, Miss Dawncaller. Chin towards the sky, right?
Horns up.
No matter how it goes, this will be a good fight. Bahamut will be proud of all of us.
Yeah, it would look poorly to just abandon at the start without even setting the building.
My senses tell me that fighting this Murloc Bloodclaw man will give me answers. I don't know. Is it Murloc? Merkel. Merkel.
Someone's got WoW on the mind.
Murgle. There you go. Murgle Bloodclaw. Holy shit. Bloodclaw. Murgle Bloodclaw. Has something to do with me being in this universe. And defeating him will give me answers to getting back to where I need to be.
All right, then. I know where each of you stand with this. Some for glory, some for answers, and some for a sense of duty to their future home. All of those reasons I can respect. Thank you.
We have 1 day to prepare. 1 day. As without saying, this is a tavern and an inn, so normally you would all have to pay to stay here, but since you're kind of, I don't know, putting your lives on the line to help save my town, rooms are on the house. Feel free to retire at any moment. I'm going to engage with the rest of the tourney-goers that participated in the melee and other events, just the townsfolk in general. Make sure they hear the words from the horse's mouth, what's going to happen and what's on the horizon. That way there's no confusion. So if you'll excuse me for the evening, I must go. I must deliver the news of the impending siege upon our town to my people. If you excuse me.
Mr. Donald, if you don't mind, we may not get the chance for some proper cooking tomorrow, being busy with the siege and all. I could prepare some hearty meals tonight in preparation.
That would be great. That would boost morale. I would appreciate that. Anything to give people hope and solace in a dark hour would be much appreciated. As he nods his head. And then strides for the door.
You guys go to sleep. I don't sleep. I'll meditate and continue planning for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you see in the
one more drink before we go.
One more shot of tequila or spicy drink.
Spicy drink.
Yes.
Yes.
The bar's essentially open. The bouncer and the bartender are no longer there.
I go to the kitchen and be like, well, Wallace, it's going to be a busy night.
For tomorrow, we may not be able to a nice night. We drink, yes? Yeah!
I grab the bottle of tequila, and I assume Balasar and I finish it off with all the other willing participants.
Yeah, I head to the kitchen and start cooking.
About 7 of the townsfolk kind of gather around you. They're like the most of them kind of muttering. One of them kind of strides forward and he's like, "Yeah, fuck it. If we're gonna go out, might as well go out fucking toasted."
Can
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Everyone plays with a horrible hangover on a really hot day. That's gonna be.
Come on, Suncaller. Everyone's doing it.
Can I get?
Peer
everybody
pressure.
but me.
Can I give a toast and a speech?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right,
I'm gonna hand
everybody.
you the whole bottle. You have the bottle of tequila. Go for it.
Now, with our newfound alliance, I have something to say to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Oh god, it's gonna be Yolanda.
Fight, and you may die. Run, and you'll live. And dying in your bed many years from now, would you be willing to trade all those days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom!
Are you fucking
Yeah.
Did you just Braveheart?
I did. I just bravehearted.
Can I get a?
I don't know, but I'm toasted and fired up. Let's do this.
Oh god, he ran in. Stick to the plan! Stick to the plan!
Stick to the plan! Stick to the plan!
Oh Jesus! Oh god! Oh, no.
God fucking damn it, Leroy!
Leroy has taught us a lot about tactics over the years.
At the completion of your speech, Eridar, most of the townsfolk are kind of like stomping their feet, clapping their hands, and the bards in the town in the tavern kind of nod their head, and they're like, "Well, I mean, what's a good night without some music?" And they
Might be
strum
the last night we're alive. Let's go.
Yeah, let's see what this has. Let's see
Wait,
what this has.
what's going on with
Yeah,
your
I'm
stream?
in the kitchen and cooking up.
Okay.
And I do my daily casting Unseen Servant, so I have an extra set of hands helping me out.
You have an extra. Okay.
Unseen servant can do anything a normal servant can do.
Absolutely,
That
it can. I just thought it was
includes
fun.
assisting in the kitchen.
Just slightly more creepy.
Yeah, just this invisible, slightly opaque figure kind of.
Whatever. I don't see you complaining about the chocolates.
So, Ziegeldorf, as you're engaging, as you come in and look at the kitchen, you see that it's a barren kitchen. There's not much in it, but there is enough to make a good meal. You see, it has the necessities. It just doesn't have any of the finer cooking utensils and things that you would need to make something great. But with your skill and your gumption, you feel that you can whip up something great.
Oh yeah, I'm going to create a good meal for now and stuff for tomorrow, and lunch, dinner. Basically, let it not go to waste.
All right.
Proficiency in cooking.
So it is 9:30. Do you guys wish to keep going? I kind of feel like this is a good natural pause.
I think this is a good stopping point.
That was a good stopping point. I'm super fucking pumped, man. Damn, let's go.
Braveheart speech.
I'm getting toasted on tequila and waving my mallet on my hand like a sand Wookiee, going.
Go.
Like, did you have that speech memorized, or are you like Braveheart speech and then you read it?
I Braveheart speech as soon as it came up.
Braveheart speech. That's awesome. That's good. That was a nice touchdown. I thought it was the brother speech from another movie that it's like whoever fights this day know that they are my brother. I think it was some Civil War movie or some shit or some Revolutionary War movie. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to pull that one up.
What was the name of it? That one with Mel Gibson.
No, not the Patriot. I don't think it was a Patriot.
I think it was.
Maybe? No.
Yeah, I think it was the Patriot because they had the black guy in there and all.
Well, overall, fucking great session, guys. You all did very well. Fucking, it was a lot of good role play. Fucking everybody getting comfortable with their characters, really coming out and interacting with each other. It was really awesome. Nick and I are gonna figure out this fucking situation with the mics. So apparently, we have to have a certain type of
what's up,
software
Hunter?
to be able to use.
You need something to indicate that you're using more than one input because Discord by itself only uses one input.
Okay, so yeah, we gotta figure that out. But we're gonna get some mics and we're gonna get some cameras. That way we can fucking make a proper stream from when we're all in the same room. I know, Gabe, you said you'd be willing to bring over if you're willing to do an in-person session. Don't feel forced.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it. So I finished downloading all the software I needed and the overlays. The only issue that I have right now, or rather that I'm running into, is number one, how we're gonna lay it out. Number two, where everybody's gonna be and how we're gonna set it up, because that's gonna indicate where I'm gonna be putting all the sources, right? So like where the camera's gonna be, where the map's gonna be, or the battle map's gonna be, and all that stuff. So I have all the overlays ready to go. I just need to go over to your place at some point, and kind of get with you and try to figure out where we're gonna the angles, I guess you could say, because I also have my own microphone that I can bring, and the inputs don't really matter too much right now for Discord.
It's a large rectangle, and the couch and the love seat that I have kind of sit at a right angle around the table I play on, facing into it. So like everybody would be like sitting facing towards each other, essentially.
So do you have like a coffee table or something that isn't made out of glass?
Yes, absolutely. It's solid wood.
Okay. Is it like over 3-inch thick?
I wouldn't say it's over 3 inches thick, but it's big.
Are you gonna bring your?
Yeah, because like if I can bring my boom mic with the clamp on it, because my clamp is only 3 inches.
You could probably clamp it to a leg. One of the legs is probably less than 3 inches, right, Alex?
Well,
as far down as it goes at 3 inches?
Yeah, so like the clamp can only open up to 3 inches.
Oh no, but it'll go less than that. As far
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then you'll be fine.
So you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll definitely be able to affix that to my table.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I'm off all week next week, so.
Okay.
Well, kind of.
Thursday, I'm taking some time off for Labor Day weekend, so I'm only gonna work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday I will have off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday though I will be in Soldotna attending a wedding.
Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe. I'll double tap with my wife just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure we will be there for the wedding that time frame. Yeah, you could come over Thursday if you wish. That's when Nick and I, if Nick's cool with it, going to try and figure out the fucking other tech situation. You said we had to order audio equipment offline though, correct?
Video,
yeah. I mean, I have my webcam that I can bring, and I have plenty of tripods that I can bring with me too. So that's not a big deal.
Okay. Are any of you allergic to any animals?
Nope.
I'm allergic to negative, but for some reason I keep having to interact with them.
Okay, because I have 2 dogs, and I did have a cat in the house.
Yeah, that's cool. So Thursday would have to be like in the evening, because I have my tournament going on starting on the 2nd. I'll be competing from the 2nd to the 7th. So if I go Thursday, it would have to be like towards like around like the time that we started today, pretty much.
Okay, yeah, that would be fine. I'll be off all day.
Yeah.
Work also. So.
What do you got?
And you guys are talking about just figuring out setup, right? Not actually a session.
Right. Yeah, it's just so I can like get the stream stuff going for the in-person stuff.
Yeah, gotcha.
Then how does everybody feel about the Saturday the 12th of drill weekend for session?
What was that? We're doing this instead of drill?
I'll be so down, dude. I mean, I'm down for that.
Right now, he's such a big sleepy baby.
I definitely don't want to go in my uniform, so I definitely want to go home and change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely down.
As I said before, Kat and I always love company, and we always like having over new people.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll just let me know what time you get off on Thursday, or what time is good on Thursday, and I'll let you know when I'm done with that day's set of competition.
Okay.
And then I'll head over and bring a couple things so we can try to dry fit.
Okay. All right. So as always, I would ask to get critiques and just like an overall assessment of the session from you guys. Today was like bringing the group together, trying to do it in a somewhat organic an organic way. And even though it's the classic tried and true, you meet in a tavern.
Dude, this was like intense. Like I really, really enjoyed today. Like it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was great finally getting us to interact with each other and getting us together. Assembling
the heroes.
Avengers, assemble.
I will say, with the map, I was a little confused.
See you later, buddy.
I thought the glowing
Take care.
white in the top right was totally like the entrance to like the last half, and then there was the door on the left.
Oh,
yeah. The glowing white is just so inviting to the eyes. It's like that's really the
very.
It is.
Why does it enter into the bar? That's weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't notice it until you pointed it out.
It's the kitchen.
That's where all the smoke is coming from. That's where the smell of Zigodor freaking cooking up some really good shit that we're gonna eat before the battle.
Yeah.
Nice. I was glad to finally get Eridar some freaking time that he deserved. That was good.
Yeah, you did a good job, Gabe.
Thanks.
Yeah, you did. That was awesome. Yeah, very great. So inspiration, just let you guys know, it does not carry over to the next session. So
it's all good.
Does the Devil's Gambit thing done?
It needs to be used.
All
What
right.
about the Devil's Gambit?
I'm gonna say no. Again, a finite resource needs to be used.
All right.
No,
Fair
I
enough.
know that. That's
Fair
fine.
enough.
why you can use it on stupid shit at the very end. That way it doesn't go to waste because it was going to go away anyways. You just use it on the most mundane, dumb thing.
Just try and do a backflip.
Other than that, was there anything in particular that you guys felt that could have been done better to help enable a better session for each of you?
Your internet connection.
Absolutely.
Technical issues, which we're working out.
Yeah.
It's all
This
good.
can all be avoided by showing up in person.
Yes.
You could all be in person.
We didn't have the stream then.
Oh, we'll have the stream. We'll have the stream. I promise
Right.
we'll have the stream.
And if we all lived in Anchorage, that would definitely be easier.
Absolutely. That is. I like I said before, I'm not pressuring anybody into an in-person game. If you want to attend, by all means.
I'm gonna do
please.
my outro real quick. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I really, really appreciate it. It was so much fun. I will talk to you guys next time. Tomorrow, I'll be setting up characters for the tournament realm for the Keystone Masters tournament because I still need to do some stuff with my Death Knight and the Hunter. So stay tuned for that. Thank you again for coming. We have Riptard swag. We also have the new Riptard YouTube channel where I post my adventures and vlogs. So check that out as well. Again, thank you so much. I feel so blessed that you guys are around. And I will talk to you at the next session.